The voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, wow, 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 wow. Lift it up.
Why you stopping me?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Huh?
I'm about to.
What?
I'm about to tell you.
Stop sign?
No, I said I'm.
What stop sign, man?
I said I'm about to tell you.
Huh? You say stop sign?
No one said stop sign but you.
Why you stopping me?
You made an improper right-hand turn. When you're trying to do a new road, you got to turn that closest lane. So.
Let me get my ID out for your partner.
Can you hand me the beer as well?
Huh?
Can you hand me the beer?
Who?
The beer? Can you hand me the beer?
There's no beer in there.
I can see it.
Hey, hold it. Don't be searching my car.
Oh.
What's going on here?
You got an open container in the car.
Wow.
Mr. Robinson, I'm over here.
Huh?
How much you got to drink tonight?
Sir?
How much did you drink tonight?
Who?
How much did you drink tonight?
I don't really drink.
That was the beer you were just trying to grab out of my hand.
I ain't finna lie to you. I don't drink. Why is y'all making me do this?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Because you're under the influence and operating a motor vehicle.
Sir, can I take my car home? You arrested me?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Still, man. For what?
DUI.
DUI?
Yes.
Now, when I seen the mugshot at the end, I said, sir, please. For him to act like he was hard of hearing at the beginning, y'all, talking about, why you pulled me over? Listen to the beginning of the video. When the man said, sir, can I get your license and registration? That boy said, what? He started acting like he can't hear. Look, I'm going to play it one more time. Watch.
Please tell me why you stopping me?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Huh?
I'm about to.
What?
I'm about to tell you.
Stop sign?
No, I said I'm.
What stop sign?
The police, he said, can you tell me why you pulled me over? The police said, yeah, I'm about to tell you. He said, what? He said, I'm about to tell you. You do what? Stop sign? Girl, what? Sir, get out the car. He should have had a black woman on the sign. Or it should have been a black female police officer. Because see, if I'd have came to that car and he'd have said, you tell me why you stopped me, I'd have said, sir, I'm trying to tell you. And I'd have said, I'm trying to tell you. That nigga would say, stop sign. I said, get your crazy head. Get out the car. Get out. This nigga tripping. That nigga said, what? Stop sign? What?
Damn it.
I said I'm about to tell you.
Huh? You say stop sign?
No one said stop sign but you.
Why you stopping me?
You made an improper right-hand turn. When you're trying to do a new road, you got to turn that closest lane. So.
Let me get my ID out for your partner.
Can you hand me the beer as well?
Huh?
Can you hand me the beer?
Who?
The beer? Can you hand me the beer?
There's no beer in there.
I can see it.
Hey, hold it. Don't be searching my car.
Oh.
What's going on here?
You got an open container in the car.
Wow.
Mr. Robinson, I'm over here.
Huh?
How much you got to drink tonight?
Sir?
How much did you drink tonight?
Who?
How much did you drink tonight?
I don't really drink.
That was the beer you were just trying to grab out of my hand.
I ain't finna lie to you. I don't drink. Why is y'all making me do this?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Because you're under the influence and operating a motor vehicle.
Sir, can I take my car home? You arrested me?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Still, man. For what?
DUI.
DUI?
Yes.
Please tell me.
Whatever they say that man did, he did it. Talking about, for what? You ain't gonna let me take my car home? For what? DUI? What? Every time they tell him what he need to hear, he can't hear. Every time they tell him what he needs to hear, somehow his hearing go away. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, thank you to the services of the police officers for their help and their patience. Because see, me, I would have said, get your crib. Get out of that deck. Get out. Get in the car. See, my nerves would have got bad. My nerves would have got totally bad. Happy today, Thursday, huh? Yeah, happy Thursday to everybody in the building. Y'all pull up. Y'all get the lights up on the video, please. And thank you. We got a cute little show today. Y'all get the lights up on the video. Now, some people in the hood found the alien. Some people in the hood found the alien And I think I want to say, first of all, I believe them, and I believe that this is an alien, but I am a conspiracy theorist. But I want to get you guys' opinion, and this is not like the time with the leprechaun. This is real spill, okay? Y'all, pay attention. I'm not playing, though. This is real. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all, look at this video. Them people in the hood done found the aliens. Look.
It's a UFO for real. Look at the UFO, bitch. No, we not making this shit up. Look at her. She gonna put It's a UFO for real, y'all. That is crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. It's a UFO for real, y'all. I promise y'all. Look, we got all these people. There ain't no damn street light. My uncle talking about that street light. That ain't no street light, bro. That's a UFO. This a fucking street light right here. This the fucking street light. That ain't no fucking street light. That's the street light. I mean, that's the light beaming down on me.
It was the person in the back saying, "It's the aliens, bitch." Bitch, the aliens outside. Girl, listen. First of all, first and foremost, I know if that's real aliens, they came to the hood and they came on purpose, okay? Who was in the background talking about, bitch, the aliens outside, girl? Bitch, the aliens, come outside. And look at the uncle, girl, every weekend we go through this. That ain't no UFO. Uncle, go sit down. We out here trying to see the aliens. I want to ask you guys, I'm going to play the video one more time, and you tell me, put a 1 in the chat if you think that's the aliens, put a 2 in the chat if you think that's just a street light or maybe a misunderstanding. I'm going to play it one more time. 1 if you think it's the aliens, 2 if it's the street lights.
It's a UFO for real. Look at the UFO, bitch. No, we not making this shit up. Look at her. She gonna put
You heard that little boy in the background talking about, it's the aliens, nigga. Nigga, there's aliens outside. This shit, I swear to God, this feel like a skit off of Dave Chappelle.
It's a UFO for real, y'all. That is crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. It's a UFO for real, y'all. I promise y'all. Look, we got all these people. There ain't no damn street light. My uncle talking about that street light. That ain't no street light, bro. That's a UFO. This a fucking street light right here. This the fucking street light.
She's got a point.
No fucking street light.
She's got a point. She's got a big point, actually.
That's the street light. I mean, that's the light beaming down on me. So
I will say this to the lady who was saying that ain't no street light. She has a very valid point. Okay, that girl showed us a street light, and then she showed us something else. That wasn't no street light. It may not be an alien, but it wasn't no street light. And shout out to the little boy who was in the background saying, it's the aliens, nigga. You can't tell me the aliens don't pull up on the hood. They always pull up at the hood. If I was an alien, I would pull up in the hood. It's lit. Could you imagine them up there laughing and looking at these niggas on the ground? It's the aliens, nigga. If I was an alien, I'd be on top of any doggone thing laughing down. Look at these crazy ass niggas. I think that's listen. I know I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm crazy. I believe that was the aliens. I don't care. I think that was the aliens. Plus, I know I played and I joked when I told y'all that when I told Jaguar, right, bitch, my grandma talked to aliens. I know I was joking and playing, but I'm dead ass. Let's really be clear. I know I was joking and I was playing. Well, I wasn't playing. I was joking. But I wasn't lying and I wasn't playing. My grandmother tells me, my grandmother has told us and my entire family her entire life that she was abducted by aliens as a little girl and they left 2 pearls in her nose. Now, Some people might think my grandma crazy, and I ain't gonna hold you. All the way up until the last couple years, I thought my grandma was crazy. Not no more. Not no more. So I believe it was the aliens. And if it is the aliens, come get Jaguar. Please and thank you. Please come get this. Please. Come get Jaguar. Get her out of here. Please. Since you want to bring up, you know what I'm saying? Woot the woots and all of that. Anyways. Yeah, I believe that was the aliens. It's the aliens, nigga. Bitch, they got a UFO outside. Hey, when y'all see y'all UFO and y'all upload it, when the people say it ain't real, y'all don't get to say nothing. Y'all ain't gonna be able to say nothing. When the people tell y'all UFO ain't real. Now let's get into the show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all get the likes up on the video. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, the day after the mayhem at the Diddy trial. Girl, Diddy has been the gift that keeps on giving. Diddy was found not guilty yesterday on RICO and S trafficking that he was alleged to have done. He was, however, found guilty on 2 counts of what we would call like prostitution, basically. And after that, Diddy asked to immediately be released, whereas Cassie and her stylist wrote these letters claiming how afraid they were that if Diddy got out, that basically they wouldn't be safe. So long story short, the hearing was had and Diddy was denied bond. Now they're saying he's going to have to wait until he gets to the court date for the bail hearing. And we'll discuss a little bit more into that. But as it stands today, Diddy is still sitting in prison, allegedly. Okay. Now, that wasn't the tea. The tea was what was going on outside the courthouse. Niggas and flies. Niggas and flies. You can't take niggas nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, I understand the game of the press and I understand the game of media, and I understand that if 2 media personalities get into it, it is typical and it is actually par for the course. So we're going to discuss the Tisa Tells and Ratchet TV situation. And after watching from multiple angles and looking at it for what it was and thinking about it, I want to give you guys my perspective on that whole situation. And not only just that, the more oil parties outside. Shout out to Armand. He did his big one. Armand came on here last night and told everybody who feels some type of way about him dabbing himself in oil to kick rocks. And I'm with him because we got to keep it real. Armand would literally get on camera while he was covering the trial in his undies and oil. Baby Earl in underwears. So why people were surprised that he was out there dabbing himself in oil, I don't get it, but it is what it is. You know, but we'll discuss that. DDG and Halle. DDG finally makes it down to Italy, but he turns it into a streamers event. Invite the girlfriend, Halle Bailey, on the bus with a diet DDG. No, not a bus. They was on the Halle Bailey was on a yacht with the diet DDG. She was on the yacht with the diet DDG. We gonna discuss that and how they making each other busy. Trying to make each other jealous. I'm sorry. Then we have to discuss Kim Porter's friend came out and had some words to say about Cassie and Jane Doe. And it said what I thought from the beginning. Wendy Williams has been spotted out. She's looking great. She's doing great. We're going to talk about all these celebrities coming out to discuss Diddy all of a sudden. Elon still trying to battle with Trump. And last but not least, but we're not going to discuss it last but not least. We might discuss it first. Mexicans versus Hondurans. Where do I start? Let's start off positive. Let's get Wendy Williams out here. So Wendy Williams was spotted out recently, you guys, and she's looking good. She was out there with some black dude. He's a designer. This guy had her in, I guess, whatever outfit it was she was in. It was cute. And she sounds good. She looks good. She doesn't look like she's under a lot of stress. She actually, it was good to see Wendy, and I want to share that with y'all so y'all can see. Where is it, girl? Girl, where is it? Oh, here we go. All right. Let's get into Wendy being spotted out in NYC recently, and all smiles, and I'm great and happy to see that from Wendy. She looks good. Like I said, she sounds good. It was great to see her. Check out.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Welcome to Speak Your Fit. What's your name and where you from?
Okay.
Wow. I'm Wendy Williams, the one and only.
Hello.
I'm from here, right here in New York City.
Big Apple. We got Miss Wendy Williams here. Speak your fit to me. Describe your fit. You look wonderful today, Miss Wendy Williams.
Excuse me, everything designed by Mel Maxey.
Ooh,
Every
hello.
last drop of it,
Nice.
except for my fabulous sneakers are mine, all mine.
Ooh, hello.
And my fabulous handbag,
Nice.
beautiful and gorgeous.
That part.
But this is all designed by me, and Mel Maxey even did this for me.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's all done.
That part. Hello.
Yes.
I got a few questions before you leave. I know
Okay.
you have a busy day. So what will older Wendy tell younger Wendy? Talk about it.
Well, stay true to what you wear.
That part.
I love to eat food,
Hello.
and after a lot of food, it's time to go to the gym.
Nice.
I go to the gym 3 times a week, no lie.
What's your favorite restaurant? You got any favorite restaurants you like eating at today?
Right now, I want to go to a soul food restaurant.
That part. Hello.
Well, look, this is me, right? I also like lox, bagels, and cream cheese.
Shout out to them.
I had that yesterday.
Okay, cool.
But today, it's all about my friend Mel.
Right.
So where he wants to go is where we go. And I know exactly where it's going to be.
What's your favorite movie? You can name one or multiple. Any of them. 3,
Excuse
2.
me, I don't do movies unless I'm with a date.
That
And
part.
even
Hello.
then, I don't even focus on the movie. I focus on a little canoodling
Nice. Hello. Where can they
when I
find-
find the right man. That is.
Where can they find you on social media?
A social what? Social who?
Thank you, Miss Wendy Williams.
Thank you.
And brother, what's your Instagram?
Man,
And what's your name and where you from?
I'm Mel Maxey from Harlem.
Big
My
Harlem.
joint is Mel Maxey _01.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You already know.
Have a good one.
I thought that was nice to see Wendy. Wendy looks good. She sounds good. She sounds like she's in good spirits. I thought this was dope, and I wanted to share this with y'all because I know the last thing we had heard from Wendy was she was doing good with her strides. It's her freedom from this doggone conservatorship. Then we had heard that they had locked her up again, damn near almost. So to see her outside, going to dinner with her friends and having fun, I like it. I think that she's doing good, and I'd rather see this Wendy than the Wendy up at the window screaming for dear life to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? But she looks good. She looks good, and I'm glad to see it. Who is the man at the end? The man at the end, he's the designer of her outfit. So that's what she was doing right now. When she's turning, she said, I'm wearing Mel Maxey. That's the guy at the end who designed it. That's the Mel Maxey guy. He's a designer from Harlem. So that's what it is. Love you said her body shape bad. Welcome to the party, you're late. Wendy Williams always been bad shape. No shade. It just is what it is. Wendy been shaped bad since she was a little bitty girl. This is no shade. It just is what it is. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please get the likes up on the video. I want to move to let's get this out the way. So remember how on this soil here in America, we fighting over illegal immigrants and things of that nature. Woo, 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 woo. Well, I didn't know, news to me, that in Mexico, there's a huge fight going on, and it's because illegal immigrants from Honduras have been dropped off in Mexico. Now, this is the gag. While Mexico is fighting and burning up California to be citizens of America, on the backside, they are also fighting the Hondurans to not be able to come into their country. So they're fighting to get in ours, but then fighting other people to stay out of theirs. Now, let's really be clear. I told you guys, my baby daddy / ex-husband, he is from Honduras. He is my color. If you saw him and you spoke to him, you wouldn't know the nigga was from Honduras because he was born, well, not born, but raised in New Orleans, okay? So you wouldn't know it. But a lot of the Honduran people look like me and this brother here on this video right here. Not all. They have the Spaniards there. But a lot of them are black people. A lot of them are people that come from other Caribbean islands and things of that nature. So remember, and this is what I need you guys to understand. This is what I need you guys to understand before I show this to you. Remember, the conquistador is the same as the colonizer. There's zero difference. Listen, the conquistador and the colonizer are one in the same. Both of these people are the same. The only difference is one would rather a hot dog and the other one would rather a hot damn taco. But either way, they're one and the same. Okay? I need you to understand that, because you let them come over here from them countries and give them this brown title, and y'all get to acting like these ain't colonizers. Y'all not acting like a conquistador is in Spanish for conqueror. Because this is who we dealing with. So when these people are fighting to get into America, but then fighting a lot of probably black Hondurans from coming into Mexico, it makes sense, because racism is practiced in these Spanish-speaking countries, if not more sometimes than it is in America. I need you to understand that. I need everybody that's black in this chat, especially if you don't come from a black Spanish-speaking country. If you from a black Spanish-speaking country, you already know that what I'm talking about is the God's honest truth. But if you've never gone and never seen it firsthand, which I have, or if you've never heard about this, I need you to understand those quote-unquote brown people that you think are brown and y'all have this coalition, they're clear in their own homelands. And they don't like people who look like me and people who look like you. And a lot of people from Honduras look like me, and a lot of those people look like you. And do you want to know why? Because a lot of those people are indigenous to Honduras, but also a lot of Caribbeans move around in those regions, okay? I'm just telling you, y'all got to get out y'all head when them conquistadors come over here with homes, black and brown, homes. Ain't no black and brown. It does not exist. It has never existed, okay? Let's get into the video. Watch the irony, bro. The irony is what got me. Watch the irony.
Over the city, looking down on Washington.
I showed y'all the wrong video. My bad. My bad. Let me get y'all to the right video. That's another video. But I want to show y'all this video with the Mexicans. My bad. I had that queued up like it was right? Let me show y'all the video. Here you go. Let me show you the video. Make sure you pay attention to this irony. Watch what they're saying. Watch what they're doing. Pay attention to what they're saying. Pay attention. Open that third eye. Pay attention to what they're saying and what they're doing. Peep it out.
Habrá gente que piense, pero no, señor, estoy en un acontecimiento natural.
¡Lo queremos!
So you just saw that, right? I'm going to play this one more time. And this time, pay attention to what these people are saying. Pay very attention to the lady. Pay very attention to the old man. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what the people are saying. And then we're going to discuss it. I'm going to play it one more time because I don't want this to go over nobody's head. Remember, the Hondurans look like me for the most part. These are the people they protest and they don't want in their country. Pay attention. Run it back one more time.
Habrá gente que piense, pero no, señor, estoy en un acontecimiento natural.
¡Vete allá! ¡Vete con ellos! ¡Aquí no eres bienvenido!
¡No queremos!
All right, so you just saw that. First of all, what's happening in America is happening in a lot of places. The land is repairing itself. I keep telling y'all. Number one. Number two, those quote unquote Mexicans that you saw on this video aren't even the indigenous people of those lands. Those are Siberian people. Those are Pan-Asian, Pacific Islander, mixture, octoroon, quadroon. And that's what those people are. But they are not the indigenous people of the landmass of Mexico. You know how I know? Because my bloodline comes from that indigenous line. That's not those people. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. In that landmass, there were people who looked like them, but it wasn't a whole bunch of them, but there were some, just like in North America. But those are not the people who belong to that landmass. Yet and still, they fight for it as such. They fight for it as such. Now, pay attention to what's being said at the protest. She says, out Honduras, we don't want you here. This is what they're protesting. But this is the part that got me. I need y'all to pay attention to this lady, because the lady right here, she has the right idea. Even though she's wrong, she got the right idea. It says residents in Mexico border city of Tijuana are angry. The migrants are in their town. Now, this is on the border of Tijuana. Up to 10,000 migrants may end up in Tijuana. They may remain for the month while they apply for citizenship. And they're talking about the signs and things of that nature. It says locals believe some of the migrants are dangerous. Pause. When we were talking about the migrants in America being dangerous, we were told that we were anti-black, anti-American, anti-all this, anti. Now, these people are saying you letting a whole bunch of people in here and they dangerous, and it's cool. Pay attention. Then, now mind you, they kicking these folks out. The protesters don't want listen. The protesters don't want tax dollars spent on humanitarian aid. I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't want it either. I hated it when we had to do it here in America. You know what it looked like when we did it here in America? Do you want to know what it looks like when we did it here in America? When we were we shall overcome, sing the songs, hold the hands, because everybody needs to be on one accord. Remember that? This is what it looked like when we foot the bill. They got $15,000 a month in food stamps and $5,000 a month in cash. And nigga, we was all starving out here. So she's right by saying, I don't want my tax dollars going on no doggone immigrants. Okay? So get that. Let's not forget that part. That's what it looked like when we foot the bill. Don't forget it. That's what it looked like when we foot the bill. So if they in Mexico saying we don't want our tax dollars going to this, I understand, and you should too. Okay. Then according to the video, this is the part that got me. It was what she said at the end that I think Black Americans need to understand. She said, you prefer them, go with them. You are not welcome here. A traitor is not welcome in Mexico. What is she practicing, you guys? What is the law that she practicing? And I told you Black America needs to pick up. Because my thing is this. If we can't put ourselves first like everybody else on the planet, then I think that nobody should be able to put themselves first. Because the way that lady feel, if you feel like you care that much for the migrants, you could go with them. That's called treason. Thank you, Belle. Thank you, Belle. She's saying if you want to be treasonous and take my money out of my pocket to give to them, you go with them. That's what we should have been doing. That's what we should have been doing. That's what we should still be doing. Because there's pockets of us that just, but God, but Africa. There's a pocket of us that are like that. But when we want to enact that, we're told we're divisive, we're separatists, we're this, that, and the third. But everybody else gets to do it, right? Mind you, they doing all this on land that don't even belong to them. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering if the Native Americans and the Mexican had to go back to their landmass, where would they go? Because they such a mixture of people. I don't even know where exactly could they go. But the point I'm making is with the video in its entirety is Mexico is over there having the same issues we having. But yet and still, those same Mexicans are pointing the finger at Black Americans for not assisting them while Trump is skedaddling their asses up out of here. That don't have nothing to do with Black America. Number one. Number two, just like y'all don't want them folks in your country, we really don't want all these extra folks in this one either. And we should have that right like they got their right. Because at the end of the day, the homeland, this is our homeland. We the only ones come from this soil. And everybody has eaten, everybody has gotten fat, everybody has gotten full. Everybody is sitting back with the itis how much they eat off of our land. Every single person. Everybody eats off of us. I'm talking about these mother effers sit back with a toothpick in their mouth, picking their teeth full, because they eat too good off of our back. So if a Black American or Black Americans as a couple or as a collective, decide we don't want to share no more, we have every right to, and nobody's going to make us feel no type of way about it. Nobody. You can't make me feel bad that I don't want to share my resources or go help you with this. No, we as Black Americans, we're taking on the same way y'all feel about y'all, we gonna feel about us. And you know what's crazy? I was listening to Sinetta this morning when I was cutting grass. I don't even know why I put Sinetta on. First and foremost, put a one in the chat if you knew this. Sinetta is a tether. Do y'all know that? And I'm only saying this because I'm going somewhere. Sinetta is a Puerto Rican, Dominican, or something like that, but he ain't no nigga. Only one group of people are niggas. He ain't one of them. But he got this panel on there, and shout out to the brother Lex who was up there. And Lex was on there talking about how Black Americans should be able to just have their own lineage and be able to identify as such without being guilt tripped into feeling like we're separatists or we're being divisive. And everybody on that panel talked about how, but we need to stick together and woo. And like the brother said, we don't benefit though. Everybody else benefit except us. And Sinetta could not take that because it made sense. He's a tether. He even went on to say, well, if y'all built so much back in the day, build it again. But you only built it because the white man had his foot up your ass. This is how they talk about us and our ancestry. This is how they talk about us and our ancestry. If it wasn't for our ancestors who, quote unquote, had the foot up their ass, Sinetta wouldn't be in the boogie down Bronx with his doggone cell phone and his video camera taping niggas. But he'd get on the platform and say, oh, yeah, y'all built this, y'all built that. Build it again. But I bet you ain't gonna build it. You only built it because the white man had his foot up your ass. It's easy to talk to you crazy when you don't have no connection to the freaking lineage. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? But even in the conversation, you know what Sinetta said? Mind you, Sinetta is preaching Pan-Africanism. Sinetta is on his channel, him and a few other people preaching Pan-Africanism. Do you know the words that came out of Sinetta's mouth? Sinetta said, I don't have a problem with Mexicans only hiring Mexicans and putting out blacks to make sure that they Mexicans get in and the Asians and all that. That's what they supposed to do. So you mean to tell me, and look me in my face, you mean to tell me that you don't have a problem with the Mexican looking out for the Mexican? You don't have a problem with the Asian looking out for the Asian? You don't have a problem with the Hispanic looking out for the Hispanic, the Jew looking out for the Jew? But when the nigga won't look out for a nigga, it's a problem. Y'all niggas better wake the fuck up. I don't know what y'all need to hear after that. Y'all need to, this nigga in the same breath said, we need to be Pan-Africans and we need to worry about Africa and go back to Africa and take care of Africa and but then told us he think that it's self-preservation for a Mexican to worry about a Mexican. Y'all niggas need to wake up. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. Because how long Sinetta been in the diaspora? How long Sinetta been in? If it was a snake, it would have bit you. And I said what the fuck I said. Unapologetically, he's a tether. He's not a Black American. And this is no shade, but I got to give you the message. I got to give you the message. It's a tether leading a whole platform that a lot of FBAs done been on. Not even knowing he leading you astray. I been thought he was a fed, but that's a whole nother story. But not the here nor there. Don't nobody tell me that Black Americans can't put us first when everybody else putting themselves first. Look at the Mexicans. Everybody else putting themselves first. Look at the Mexicans.
Habrá gente que piense, pero no, señor, estoy en un acontecimiento natural.
Do not let these people, they fooled us for hundreds of years. Gone are the days. The veil has been lifted. We not our parents. And we damn sure ain't our grandparents. Our parents, our grandparents, you had a better chance with. Our parents, you might have wanted to tread light, but you could have got it either way. Us, we the worst of those two. So please, you're not gonna come in and say, "Oh, you're anti-Black. This is xenophobic. I don't give a fuck what it is. It is what it is, and I say what I see." Unapologetically. Moving on. Now, I want to move on to DDG. No, let's stay political really quickly so we can be done with this. Let's get into this Elon versus Trump thing. I told y'all Elon is still mad with Trump behind the big, beautiful deal or the big new deal or whatever it was. But either way, it don't matter because that was shut down today. I saw it on Twitter somewhere that the Democrats did not sign the big, what is it? The beautiful deal, whatever it is. The Democrats didn't vote for it, so it didn't go through. So they don't have to worry about that. But either way, remember, I told you when it comes down to Elon only cares about his bottom line, as he should. He's a businessman. But the problem is, if you don't know that that's what Elon cares about, you would think that Elon's talking for your greater good or for your better interest. And that's just not the truth. None of these folks talks for your best interest. Let's really be clear. Nobody gets on this internet and none of these politicians really care about the people. Not one of them. However, Elon's biggest issue with this blue deal or this new deal, whatever it was, beautiful deal, is it cuts his money and his income because he's not forcing people to get these electric vehicles. Now, because of that, Trump is still standing on 10 saying, I don't care what Elon talking about. We moving forward how we want to move forward. Now Elon has threatened to create his own political party. I don't even know. Either way, let's get into the video. It says Donald Trump says he'll take a look into possibly deporting Elon. What is Doge, the monster that have had to go to bed, right? So let's get into, I think we saw it before. Did I close that tab? Oh, here it go. I think we saw it before. We're going to get into a little bit more of what Trump said about Elon.
I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid, maybe someday a hydrogen. If you have a hydrogen car, it has one problem. It blows up, So I'm going to give that one to Peter. I'm going to let Peter test it out. The rest. We got a lot of hostages back, but we're going to talk about that.
All right. So getting into it, It says the boys are fighting. Elon says he'll start a new political party if Trump's big, beautiful bill passes. Mind you, it didn't pass. We just saw it. And we'll get into it, but it didn't pass. And Trump threatens to cut off Elon's government money. He'll have to head back home to South Africa without it. It says Elon Musk knew long before he strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the EV mandate. It is ridiculous and was always a part of my campaign. It says electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far. And without subsidies, Elon will probably have to close up shop and head back to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have those take a look or a hard look at this. Big money to be saved. So, this is the thing. No matter what side of the political sphere you're on, no matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, if you're pro-Trump, pro-Elon, pro-anti, both of them, it don't matter. At the end of the day, both of them are at the head of something that's really important. This Doge with this electric vehicle stuff, just like Trump said, everybody shouldn't be made to own an electric vehicle because that's what this is about. And I thought we were living in a democracy, but every day, especially since 2020, we've been going further and further toward a doggone, what's the opposite of democracy? It's a doggone dictatorship. It's beginning to be a dictatorship is what's happening. Because now these mandates, which are not laws, by the way, that's how they got y'all with the wax, but we're not going to talk about that. Because these mandates, which are not laws, by the way, does not mean you absolutely have to follow them, okay? Okay? And I think you guys need to understand that. Now, when I went on Twitter, I had logged in and I saw that Elon was celebrating because the deal was shot down by Democrats. The deal was shot down by Democrats, and people were like excited and happy about that. Matter of fact, hold on, let me show you. People were excited about that the deal had went through, and the Democrats had voted to where, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I want to say it was on site. I can't find it, but either way, it's not that important. Either way, the point I'm making is the deal didn't go through, so I don't know what happens now. But Elon has been going ham. He has not stopped. Now, a lot of people are asking and thinking that Elon helped Trump rig the election, possibly, but I don't think he'll ever tell on himself, because telling on Trump is telling on himself. He's a foreigner. He's not going to jail for that type of treason to America. Y'all sound crazy, but either way, if he did help him cheat, we probably would never know, for sure, at least. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is what the American government is trying to do: force you to do things like own cars you don't want to have. First of all, everybody can't afford an electric vehicle. First of all, second of all, why does everybody have to get an electric vehicle? Oh, my bad. So the government can control everything at one time. Allegedly. So if they want to press a button and shut down all the cars, they can shut them down. Or if they want to press a button and drive all the cars off ledges, they could do that too. Or if they want to press a button and have them all collide against each other, they could do that too. Or if they want to press the button and have the car just do a random spin out in the middle of the interstate, unaliving millions or hundreds or tens of people, they can do that, because that's the control the government would have if everybody was mandated to have an electric vehicle. Take your political stance out of it and start thinking realistically. Start thinking about life. Do you want to be under a situation where you're forced to own an electric vehicle? I know I don't. So I don't know. I never want to have an electric vehicle. As a matter of fact, I never will have one. And I ain't got to knock on no wood. I'd rather buy me a motorcycle and figure it out than to get on a doggone electric vehicle. Never doing it. Okay? So Trump and Elon is still beefing. We'll see how this goes. Now I want to move forward because I want to talk about Halle Bailey and DDG. And we got to have a conversation. We got to have the conversation. So as we know, Halle Bailey, DDG, co-parenting, if that's what you want to call it. They have the horrible custody battle that they were going back and forth with. I'm sorry. And basically, I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking at something. They got the horrible custody battle going back and forth, or whatever the case may be. And he tried to get visitation with Halo, and it was denied. He tried to get some sort of custody agreement. That was denied. Well, then he came back and was like, screw it. I want to come and see him. And they say, cool, but you got to have all these people there, all these chaperones, woo, woo, woo. Either way it go, long story short, they were able to make it work. Well, right after that, it didn't work. And a lot of things was happening on both sides that I didn't too particularly like. And I mean on DDG and Halle's side. Both of them, if you ask me, were doing the most. Now let's start with what I saw first. Now, what I originally saw first was DDG, after the announcement came out that DDG was supposed to be going over to Italy, because that's where Halle is filming a movie, I guess. She's filming a movie over there. So right after I heard that DDG was going over to Italy to visit Halle, these pictures dropped. Now, people have been saying that DDG had been going around with that little clear girl, India Love. I don't know if she's clear, racially ambiguous, whatever she is. But he had been going around streamer prom, doing all type of stuff. And people felt like he had popped out with his little boo thing. You know what I'm saying? So when Halle popped out with hers, they felt like DDG got to take his lick because you've been popped out. Now, I don't know if this is Halle's boo thing for real. The rumors are speculating that it is. I heard that that's a co-worker. Basically, they're working on the movie together. But I ain't gonna hold you. When I got closer to him, the nigga, to me, this just to me, the nigga kind of looked like DDG. He kind of remind me of DDG. And I get it. We all have these, we all have a thing called our types. So typically we go for the same types of people. But this guy, he seems like a nice guy though. He gives me, diet DDG vibes. I don't know. So now all of the Halle Bailey fans were just like, oh, this is great. She's moved on. Now she can stun on him, because a lot of people are living vicariously through these celebrities. A lot of bitches is stunting on these celebrities through these other celebrity bitches, how they would really like to stun on a nigga that they really mad at. But that's another story. So now they're like, oh my God, Halle's doing so great. She's so beautiful. She's on a yacht. She's and everybody was just like, oh, snap. But the DDG people was just like, girl, ain't nobody worried about no Halle or whatever the case may be. But I think what's happening here is both of them priorities could possibly be mixed up, or this could be just a day, because I'm hearing that this is around the time DDG has the baby and she's doing her yacht thing. Nothing wrong with that. But I think that what's happening is both of the sides are being messy, and people are taking their sides and putting their own personal stuff in it. And then it's making it even worse and amplifying this crap way bigger than what it needs to be. And I'm just sitting over here saying, girl, what's going on with Halo though? Is Halo good? Because I could give a damn about who Halle is over there sleeping with, and I could give even more of a damn about who DDG is over there sleeping with. Okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How is the co-parenting with the baby? That is what matters. But when you're strung out and stuck up on your life being a failure, you typically look at life through the lens of your failures. So you look at these celebrities and you live vicariously through them, and you talk through them and you act through them, and you be on this internet like it's real, but it's not. You're still miserable when you log out. You can say how much you hate black men. You can say how much you hate black women. But when you log out, the world hates you. And I love that for you, because you invite that energy in. Okay? You don't know Halle. I don't know Halle. You don't know DDG. I don't know DDG. We all just watching. Stop taking it personal. We just watching. We just watching. But I get it. Commentary, it is what it is. That's my thing, Simonia. They both playing games. And I'm tired of being in the middle. I'm tired of the tug of war in the middle. Not just DDG and Halle, Blueface and Krishan, all of them. I'm tired of the in between. So now people were upset. people were upset, and obviously because they felt like, oh, well, DDG fans were upset. Oh, she trying to make DDG upset. Ain't nobody worried about no goddamn DDG. Literally nobody's over here saying, now again, I'm wrong. She may be, but I don't think that's what it is. I think the girl was out on the yacht having her time. Now, do I think the pictures were posted on purpose? Absolutely. Because that's what this is all about. Content and getting back at the other person by using the fans. Now, on the flip side, because like I said, people have an issue with these people like they know them in real life. On the flip side, DDG is out. Now, he went to Italy, and I'm going to say this. I can't say that DDG shouldn't have company in Italy, but what I will say is it doesn't look good, DDG. If you really miss your son and you was going out there to see your son, it really don't look good that you decided to stream and also invite your girlfriend too. However, you have every right to do it. But I'm just telling you, from a person in the stands, if you've been screaming and howling, talking about you ain't sleeping and ain't eating, and you need to see your son, I really feel like that should have been the number one priority. Now, granted, he didn't film with Halo, but still, I believe that should have been your number one priority. Now, as a businesswoman and a content creator, I understand, baby, we need to write this trip off. So let's stream on the way there, while we're there, and on the way back. Okay? So business-wise, I understand it. But personally, morally, it looks bad. It looks bad. That's all, but it looks bad. But if you ask me, he got company, she got company. It is what it is. It is what it is. But people started freaking out about this. Let's get into this video with DDG, talking about how he came to Italy to see Halo.
This your first time in Egypt, right?
What?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Egypt. Did you say Egypt? Oh, yeah.
Put butter on bread.
This your first time in Egypt, right?
Geography be kicking y'all ass. These hoes be so pretty and so stupid. Egypt. But anyway, I think he was trying to throw him off. But either way, Europe and Asia, Europe and Africa are literally like this. But either way, people just felt like it was tasteless that he bought company and he's streaming when you're supposed to be there to see your child. Now, like I said, business-wise, this makes sense. If he streams on the trip, then he could literally write that off business-wise. Hey, I went here. Yeah, I was visiting my son, but I really went here to stream. You see what I'm saying? That's what it takes. That's how it is as a business person. You know what I mean? But as a regular person, I could say if I wasn't thinking like that, it looks bad. But again, if we can praise Halle Bailey on the boat with her boo, why can't DDG have his? I don't quite understand it. But this is not going to make for a healthy co-parenting situation because I'm pretty sure Halle is not happy seeing him with her, and I'm pretty sure he's not happy seeing Halle with her dude. Now, hold on. Before we get into Diddy, I want to make sure. Hold on one second. Okay. But as it pertains to the DDG Halle Bailey thing, y'all, honestly, I think we just need to let it go. Let them folks figure out they co-parenting. Let them folks figure out what it is they're gonna do. All that back and forth on the internet. I hate DDG. You don't know that man. And he's probably a better father to Halo than you ever had in your life. You don't know that man. Stop projecting. Y'all got to start dealing with your own issues. This is crazy. Let him co-parent. But he didn't get a chance to stream with the baby. I think the ruling said that he can't stream with the baby or something like that. I don't know. Fine, keep the baby off the doggone stream. But he did go out to see Halo, and I'm glad he was able to do it. Okay, I just feel like we got to stop with all this relationship stuff. Because see, I noticed this too. Even when it's a positive thing. Even I watch how people do with the Nelly and the Shantae, the Jay-Z and the Beyonce. Y'all really be, man, people are evil. People are horribly evil. And I don't think and I'm saying me too, because I've been in the comments. I don't think we understand how evil we can be as people. I really don't think I don't think we understand how we do each other as people. I don't care about the race, as people. Like, golly, you don't know that nigga. Stop saying you hate him. You got to know him to hate him. You don't know him. Crazy. All right. Anyway, and again, this is another thing I want to say too. Halle Bailey mouth ain't no prayer book. She ain't nobody that we gonna sit up here and act like she ain't telling no lies or she can't do no wrong. I ain't never seen the Little Mermaid with her, so I don't have the connection y'all have with Halle. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna defend Halle when she right, but when she wrong or when she out of pocket, I'm gonna say it. I never seen the new Little Mermaid, so I don't have that connection with her. I'm not gonna believe any and everything she say because she look innocent. That's y'all. Y'all do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I just don't. I just think that that's unfair because now when she's wrong, we'll never know it because we all think she's just so innocent. That's not cool. Moving on. Now, I think that's it before we get into Diddy. Yeah. Now we got to get into this Diddy joint. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Yeah. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Remember we talked about the Master P situation with Mia X? Master P is responding again. I told y'all, and I want to make this clear. If y'all don't know what was happening with Master P and Mia X, so Master P has this thing happening at the Essence Festival to where Master P is going to be honored as a legend in the game, right? This is not a no limit situation. This is a Percy Miller Master P production. I'm giving you what's going on. So at this going away retirement Master P, not no limit thing, Master P decided that he wanted to have a few friends to help him along the way to skedaddle on about the game. One of the people who he mentioned was Mia X. Now, Mia X was the first lady of the tank. Everybody know Mia X from No Limit. Mia X felt like, boy, you running around here putting me on flyers, advertising me, going on radio stations, doing interviews, telling people I'm gonna be there, but when it comes down to the business, you ain't called me. And then when I tried to call you, you won't even doggone make sure, you see what I'm saying, that the business is taken care of. So Mia X basically said, girl, it's cute what P said, but me and P ain't handling our business right, so ain't gonna be at no doggone Essence Festival. Now Master P has been going around, I give Mia anything Mia want. I don't know why Mia doing that. Tell Mia chill. I'ma call Mia because I need Mia. You do need Mia. You need Mia. You need Silk. You need everybody because ain't nobody coming to see no mother plucking Percy Miller. I know it's hard to believe, but it's the truth. Nobody. We don't give a damn about no Percy Miller. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, people who starstruck do. I'm talking about the city. I can't speak on nobody outside the city. In the city. If you're starstruck, then yeah, you see P. Oh, but as a collective, girl, we don't give a damn about no P. We don't give a fuck about none of that. We really don't. We really don't. P couldn't do nothing until he got New Orleans the first time, and he can't leave out this motherfucker until he come get him again. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? But he's losing it because Mia X said, I'm not doing nothing until the business get right. Mia X put a number out there and said the number ain't matched and it ain't reached, ain't no talking. And Pete still going live, going on Instagram, talking about how I love Mia. I don't know why Mia tripping. Make sure the business right. Make sure the business right, and you ain't got to come to Instagram. So, long story short, Mia's still giving kickback, and P is still begging. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the likes up. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. I really appreciate you.
Y'all play too many games, man. It's either you love me or you don't. I told you, man. People on it.
Wait, because I didn't watch this video before I pulled it up. Mia, P said, bitch, you playing too many games. Now y'all messing with P bottom line, okay? P want to have a packed show when he do his farewell, and he know he can't grab them folks without you, Mia. Okay? He know it, and you know it too, Mia. And for you to get on here and say you ain't coming, knowing that man, his whole legacy is riding on you getting up here on this tank, you're out of pocket. You heard how he started, huh? Look here, man. Y'all niggas playing games. At this part, the glove's about to come off, Mia. All I'm saying, Mia, I'm just telling you what P said. I didn't say it. P said the glove's about to come off. Now, let's get back into it.
They've been benefiting off you, man. They've been left you. They've been started their own companies. You putting people on, giving people money. And we just did concerts last week, man. You know how easy it is that we go do shows. We've been doing this. You just put your soldier gear on. You don't have to get dressed up. But I know they did Jesus the same way, and it was the disciples, it's the ones that's closest to you. That's what makes it hurt even
Did this
harder.
nigga compare himself to
So
Jesus?
July 6th, I ain't having no concert. I'm planning my own musical funeral, and only the real ones is invited. Y'all come show love. The ones that really love me, show me. You don't have to tell me, because I've been buying cars, Rolexes, houses, putting people on. What they done for me? I own the company. I'm always showing love. Why am I going through this when y'all know, y'all don't think the boss hurt too sometimes? When you helping people, giving back to the community. I've been doing this stuff for over 25 years. If anybody wanted to talk to me, man, they could have come to the gym and talked to me at the school. If you ask me for something, man, I'm going to give it to you. But I'm glad that I didn't die 10 years ago, because I would have thought all these people loved me. But guess what? My real fans come turn up with me. We know I'm living soldier. It don't take nothing for you to put your gear on and come turn up. Get your black and white, or you got a black and white dress, because this is musical funeral. I see y'all July 6th. We gonna turn up for the last time. This is my farewell. This is me. This is not about nobody else. Snoop don't have to have Drake everywhere he goes. All the other big acts, Ice Cube don't have to take the groups everywhere he goes. Sometimes the people just might want to see you, and I was just making this a farewell celebration for me. And that's what Essence did. So I see y'all on the big stage July 6th. This is my night.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. All the positive things I've done.
Oh, P. Now, I ain't gonna lie. P does have a point. He has done a lot. P was one of those dudes back in those days who took care of his artists. He did. I will give him that. All right, P, we'll give you that. However, P gonna lay down. Because listen, you made way more money off them artists than you gave them. So it's even. And we're not gonna do that. You made way more off them dudes than you gave them. So we're not gonna let you do it. Stop the cap. You did what you did. Don't go back. I hate when a nigga do something, acting like they do it from the heart and come back and throw it in your face. Nigga, you said you wanted to make sure everybody on your tank had a house, and you bought everybody a house and bought everybody a car. You said you wanted to do that because you wanted to take care of your people. Don't bring it back. Don't bring it back. And plus, like I said, even if you bought them $1 million house, you made way more money off of them than you spent. And this is the gag. All P had to do was get the business right. Mia said, I put out a number. My number is my number. This is what I charge. Farewell for all that. I ain't got nothing to do with all that. This my number. All P got to do is have his people agree to the number and we good. All this other stuff P doing is just bull. That's why he gaslighting and sitting on here. Well, you know, because this ain't about nobody. This about me. P, it's a musical funeral. But if you love me, you'll come out and celebrate with your boy. Because I done did everything for everybody. And since nobody don't want to come out and celebrate me, now I understand 20 years of giving back. Man, shut your duck ass up. Can you do the show or not? Because see, this is what happens if you don't go to Essence Festival. If you never been, I'm going to paint the picture. So in between acts, there's like maybe a little break in between acts, right? So like, for instance, right before they do the P tribute, they'll have a big artist and then they'll go off the stage. So people typically go to the bathroom, go get some liquor, whatever. But what happens is if the next person coming up on the stage ain't the business, ain't nobody coming back to see you. Let me give you an example. Because I showed y'all this before, but I don't think y'all, I didn't explain it to you like this before. Hold on. I'm about to show you what it looks like. Hold on. What's this? I'm thinking of the name. Y'all know how I am when there you go. Let me show y'all what it looked like. And I'm going to show you why he's online crashing out the way he is, because he's afraid that this too will happen to him. He's afraid that this too will happen to him. Look what happened when Buster Set came on and nobody, I remember how I told you, in between the sets, They do like an intermission. You go get you something to drink. You go use the bathroom. Woo. But when the next, now you have the lineup, so you know who next. But if you don't give a fuck about who next, this is how it looks down at the place. Y'all get the lights up.
New Orleans, y'all look like y'all tired. You motherfuckers ain't ready. I don't give a fuck how many seats is empty in this bitch. Everybody that's here, get the fuck up. Sir and miss, thank you. Excuse me, brother. Don't start with motherfucking me today. Fuck going on? What the fuck going on? Hey, yo, fuck them camera phones too. Let's get back to interacting like humans. Put them weird ass devices down. I ain't from that era. Them shits don't control the soul. Fuck your phone. Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I will point every last one of y'all out until y'all asses is up. 33 years of doing this shit, I ain't used to niggas sitting down at my show. I don't give a fuck. All age groups, get your ass up now. I see you, beautiful queen. Get up too. Fuck going on? Everybody up top too. Get your big head asses up. Look, the reason why there will be zero tolerance for...
All right, we ain't got enough to listen to all that. This is the point I'm trying to make to you. Let me show you the picture.
Me today.
This is the part I want you to see.
Hey, yo.
Let me see. Where is that? Where that picture of the audience? That's what I want you to see, because this is what Master P fear. And that's why he going live every single day saying it's about what I done for people and nobody won't come out. But you know, I don't need nobody because it ain't about nobody. It's about me. But I done did so much for niggas. Now all of a sudden, don't nobody won't come out. This is what Master P is afraid of. Because remember, the Super Lounge is popping at this time. Remember, we talked about the Super Lounge yesterday? So they still have other concerts happening throughout while the main stage is popping. I don't know if y'all know that. If you've never been to Essence Festival, there's the main stage and they got Super Lounges. While you can have the biggest star on the main stage, it's still popping in them Super Lounges. So people got places to be. People don't have to be sitting and watching you in the main area. So with that being said, I believe this is what Master P is afraid of. And this is why he putting Mia X in Juvenile. Girl, Juvenile. What Juvenile got to do with Master P going out as the doggone No Limit person? What does Juvenile? They didn't even work together. This nigga got Juvenile on the bill. He got Silk the Shocker for show. And he wanted to add Mia and some other people. And Mia is saying, don't use me for advertisement. No, you need to pay me my money. Pay me my, I gave you the number, just pay me. But instead of P doing that, he rather get on here with all of this crying and woo-ha because I did all this for everybody. Pay the girl, but you don't want to do that. P fake as fuck. Like I said, ain't nobody coming to see P. I mean, they're gonna have people there, but for the most part, we don't care about no P. Don't give a damn. Now, baby, we outside. Baby, now if Cash Money, Baby, Slim, all them, the whole city pulling up. Master P, y'all, to be honest, if I could be completely honest, and I can only speak for myself, y'all like him more than we do. Y'all niggas like that nigga more than we do. I'm gonna just be honest. I just had to say that part. I just had to say it. Sharjay, thank you for the super chat. Says, erase what you learned in religion. Those UFOs are ancestors. Yes, saw one after our great aunt's last 99th birthday. Wow. You know what it reminds me of too, Sharjay? Remember that episode of I hate when I draw blanks. What's that movie with Journey Smollett, Jonathan Majors? It's not a movie, it's a TV show. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But y'all remember on that TV show how it was very connected with the stars and the not astral, what do you call it? It was very connected with the universe. Because there was an episode on there too, Lovecraft Country, thank y'all. Because there was an episode on there too where the girl even had to go back and remember she went and she had to name herself. And remember the person was on a UFO and it was an alien and they were like, name yourself. And when she named herself, they put her anywhere she wanted to go. I believe we are definitely connected. I believe that without a doubt. So I'm with you, Sharjay. Lashes, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Grand Rising Vu, I'm your biggest fan, and I'm offended by those two in the Diddy case claiming victims because I was a victim of DV. I was too, and I was highly offended. Highly offended. And I understand how you feel because I was offended watching this. I know hoes. I know victims and I know hoes. And them was hoes. Them wasn't no victims. Could them hoes been victimized at some point? Possibly. But I know hoes. Them with some hoes, not victims. Hold on, y'all. Let me see who this is. My bad, y'all. All right. Thank you so much, Lashes. I agree. Anthony Cummins, thank you for the super chat. They use each other as a tool. Facts. Thank you so much. Y'all get the likes up on the video. TL, thank you for the super chat. Hey, boo, I miss you, boo. You hear that echo in this house? That means he ain't got no furniture. Oh, and P house? Girl, it's a big ass house. I don't know them houses like that. I think it's gonna be an echo regardless. But yeah, he probably ain't got no furniture in them. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Master P in his room echoing. Yep, he mad. You can tell he mad though. Tisha, thank you for the super chat. The Zest Monster. Diddler. Simonia, thank you for the super sticker. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Buster Lucky New Orleans ain't hex him. Buster ain't worth the hex, to be completely honest. Buster really ain't worth the hex. We hurry up and pack Buster, get him up out of there. Buster was so mad, wasn't nobody at the Essence Festival with him. I only felt bad for what's the light-skinned dude, the red boy. The red boy who be with Buster, who the sidekick. He was like the light-skinned Flavor Flav. He really wasn't Flavor. Flavor Flav was more lit. But the light-skinned dude that be with Buster, that's the only one I felt sorry for. I ain't feel sorry for Buster. I always like the light-skinned nigga that be with him. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all, Spliff. That's his name, Spliff. I've always liked Spliff. Shout out to Spliff. Ain't the name Spliff Star? Yeah, I always liked the Spliff. I always fuck with Spliff. Spliff was my boy. I like this Spliff. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Buster too. I don't like him now. I used to like him. But I used to always, I don't know why, Spliff always caught my eye in every video. I don't know why. Maybe it was just me. I always paid more attention to Spliff whenever he was in the screen, in a scene with Buster. I don't know why. I like Spliff. But anyway, moving on now. We got to get into this Diddy stuff. Now, as we know, the Diddy trial went off without a hitch yesterday. It was already said that Diddy he was found not guilty, of the RICO. He was found not guilty. And basically, Diddy is ready to come home. Okay. But the prosecution and them folks said no. They said that Diddy is still a threat because of, now, according to what I'm hearing from Armand, because I watched his live yesterday, Armand said that they denied Diddy's bond yesterday because they were able to show that Diddy was still being physically violent with these women and scheduling freak offs all the way up until he was arrested. So basically what the prosecution was like, and I'm paraphrasing here, I'm just giving you how I heard it. Basically what the prosecution was saying was, nigga, there's no way you can sit up here and say, let me out as if you are a model citizen. You're not. Nigga, when we arrested you, we found the baby oil. You're going to be back with the shits. So, and then the Mann Act, something I learned yesterday, carries an automatic sentence, right? So if you're convicted, you can't get bailed out under the Mann Act, okay? So it's one thing to get trafficking. It's another thing to be charged with prostitution. But if you get charged under the Mann Act, it has special and different rules that does not apply in other situations. Mind you, the Mann Act is a racist act. The Mann Act is extremely racist and should not exist. I told black men, I know black women. I'm a black woman. As a collective, we not going down there and fight that for y'all. Because that makes absolutely no sense to a black woman. We're not going to go down there and fight for you to be able to go down there and bring white women and racially ambiguous women over and back and forth across no doggone seas and all of that. We're not going to do that. However, I have faith that black men can get together and figure that out. Y'all got to figure that out. Because this is a racist ass law. And the rules are even racist. Okay? But either way, long story short, Diddy's not coming home. Okay? Now, some people were upset. Some people were happy. A lot of people were like, free Diddy, free Diddy. A lot of people were like, lock him up, lock him up. So much so it became mayhem outside of the courthouse. But before we get to outside the courthouse, I want to talk about some things that I wanted to say. As it pertains to Jane Doe and Cassie, I know I told y'all that I don't view them as victims, and I don't, because I don't think a victim willingly put themselves continuously in a position to be victimized. I think that at some point a victim would, you know what I'm saying, not, or at least want to excuse themselves from the situation. At some point, I get it. Every victim is different. Don't come under here with that pseudoscience, brand new psychology bullshit. Now, I don't want to hear it. I got a degree in psychology. I know what I'm saying, okay? What I'm saying is these new age people that y'all want to label as victims are not victims. There are real victims out there. Nothing about Cassie being with Diddy for 10 whole years gave me victim. You don't become a victim for 10 years straight. It's fucking impossible. Okay? Unless she was held for 10 years against her will, 10 years straight, locked in a basement somewhere, you don't be a victim for 10 years straight. At some point, you become conscious and make your own decisions. You know what it reminded me of? What that was I was watching last night. It was another couple. And damn it, I'm going to lose my thought. But either way, I'm just saying, I know that things are different. I'm losing my thought trying to think of what I was trying to think of. Where was I going? What was I talking about? I'm sorry. I should have never tried to go off on that tangent right quick. But it's something that y'all need to know. It's going to come back. But none of this is important. So I've always thought that Cassie and Jane Doe were not, in my opinion, from what I've seen, being a sexual assault correspondent person in the past and all that stuff, not saying that they haven't been victimized. I just didn't see them as actual victims, okay? And both of them still said out their own mouths at the end of each testimony that they would still go back to Diddy and they would still do freak offs. Okay, if you are that far under Stockholm syndrome, you need to be put in a straitjacket because bitch, you crazy. Okay, because both of them said they would stay there, and if you ask me, that's probably why that he beat those cases. If you ask me, because they both said at the end, they said all these horrible things, but they both said that they rock with Diddy and they would still be there. So that's probably how they lost the case. Okay, let's really be honest. That's probably how they lost the case. Because you can't tell me you're a victim, but still say, I want to stay here. That don't go like that. It's one or the other. You either a victim and you want to get out of it, or you're not a victim and you like to stay. It can't be two. See, y'all want to make it two and you can't. This is another thing I want to say. All y'all on here saying that she was coerced to stay because she needed her bills paid, y'all are wrong. There's so many things I can do to pay my bills. But I choose not to do certain things to pay my bills because my morality and my moral compass tells me that it's not okay to sell your body to pay your bills, which means I'm not going to go out to the corner and stand on the street and sell my body to make sure that I pay my mortgage. I'm not going to do that because my morality steps in and tells me that's not the way to go. Now, does that mean that if I don't go out on the corner and sell my ass that I should be homeless? No. That means I need to find another way to pay rent or make money to pay my bills, right? Y'all are trying to make coercion into something that is not. These girls said that they had to stay there because he was paying all my bills. Ain't nobody hold you hostage. You didn't have to let him pay your bills. You could have found an alternative, but you didn't. You stayed there because you want to. That is not coercion, you guys. Coercion is, this in my opinion, this is just me. Coercion is, I got you stuck out of town. There's nowhere for you to go. You are dependent 100% on me to survive, to eat, sleep, and get back home. And I have 100% control. And then I say, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to leave you stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. Now, that is coercion. But it's not coercion when I just need you to keep paying my bills. That's not coercion. That's not coercion. Coercion is when I take something you need and I hold it and say, if you don't do this, I'm going to take this. Not, oh, you got something I want. And since I don't want to go get a 9 to 5, I'd rather be here. So you coercing me to stay. That don't go like that. But y'all want to redefine everything, right? Y'all want to redefine everything, right? We got real victims, real women out here victimized, messed up. But these people who stayed and made millions of dollars, y'all want to label them victims? I'm not going to let you do it. And you know who else not going to let you do it? Kim Porter, best friend. And let me say this too. Kim Porter's in that book with Kim Porter, people saying that book is 100% false, but something about it tells me there's some truth in that book. Because even in the book, Kim talked about, you know what I'm saying, the difference between Cassie and how Cassie was. I've heard many rumors about Cassie laughing at Kim, being hit and kicked and all that stuff by Diddy. Cassie ain't the victim y'all want to make her be, but y'all, you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let Kim's friend say it. And she's going to talk about Jane Doe and Cassie. And you tell me what you think. Now, this girl done been around these folks. She know these people. This is Kim Porter, best friend or good friend. Okay? LaWanda Lane is her name. Let's get into what she got to say. And she got a lot of tea on the Jane Doe situation, too.
Cassie.
Jane Doe I knew her before she knew Mr. Combs, and she really wanted this. She has caused a lot of ruckus.
Now, she talking about Jane Doe. She knew her before she knew Mr. Combs, and she said Jane Doe wanted it. Duh. She was sent there for it, if you ask me.
In our lives in the past 3 years, to where the kids didn't want her around, I feel like she is doing what she wanted to do to get what she wants. She has, like I'm going to say, he has tried to break up with her, and she has really flipped out and was very angry when he had a 4th child. And that really started a spiraling.
And you're talking about Jane.
Yes.
And then there's Cassie, who was the first star witness, who has moved on with her life.
Yes.
And still said from the witness stand she very much loves Sean Combs.
Yeah.
What do you make of Cassie's tale from the witness stand?
I have had to deal with her for the whole time of the relationship because Kim, there's a picture of the 3 of them. Kim was still with him, and she was 4 months pregnant with twins. So there's a lot of things that weren't told and didn't come out in that my friend went through, and the hurt that she caused. You know, I am very disappointed in a lot. She's very close to my kid, and I'm just very disappointed in things that she said because everybody had choices and I lived it. So nobody can sit there and tell me that nobody could have done this and nobody could have did this. I lived it.
Some people would say that the women are victims of a horrible man. Other people might say that these women put up with horrible behavior because there was a payoff. How do you view it?
I feel like this, especially with number 2, who I was very, very close to. I feel that I'm not going to excuse the things that he has done that was wrong, because those are issues that he needs to work on. But they also did things that were not right. And a lot of things that were not told in court.
Did you hear what this lady said? When she said the second one, she's talking about Cassie. When she said, specifically the second one, because I was there and she's done some things, she's speaking about Cassie. Because she spoke about Jane Doe first, and then she spoke about Cassie second. And what this lady is saying, a person who was there, is that both of these girls signed up for it and were willing participants. But you ask yourself, why wouldn't somebody like this get called to the stand? Well, first of all, the prosecution wouldn't call them, and the defense didn't call anybody. So that's why she wouldn't make it. But I'm saying all this to say, when they put out this case to us and put it in a way for us to digest it in the manner in which they want us to digest it, basically Cassie is a victim, Diddy's a monster, case closed. We don't see anything past that. But when people who were really, truly there speak out, then a lot of people don't want to believe them because their voice doesn't match the masses. But this lady was here, and she spoke about how Cassie did her friend, Kim Porter. Okay? So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to err on the side of, I'm more inclined to believe this woman than anybody that stepped foot on that Diddy trial. I am. I'm more inclined to believe this lady than anybody on that Diddy trial, because almost everybody, if not everybody on that Diddy trial, was waiting on a payday. Capricorn Clark in the middle of a doggone lawsuit. Cassie just got paid. Who else? Everybody on the doggone thing waiting on their coin, and their coin hinged upon that doggone case right there. Every single one of them. Why you think they all needed immunity? Why do you think they all needed immunity? Listen, 10 years, Cassie's been abused. I would never put myself in that situation, nor would I ever, say any woman should put themselves in that situation. I would never do that. I think that the abuse Cassie suffered, especially that physical abuse, was jacked the F up. And Diddy is not a man. He is a monster. I agree. And I think that day Diddy should have been arrested, tried, and put in jail for a long time. A long time. But we know he's a billionaire, and that don't go like that. But y'all are forgetting that there are some people who go around looking for this. Diddy was not Cassie's first old boyfriend. Okay? Y'all acting like Diddy went and picked this girl up from her mama and daddy house at the high school graduation. Cassie had done been jumped off the porch. She even talked about, and other people involved in the freak-offs talked about how Cassie was setting up freak-offs without Diddy even knowing. One of the doggone escorts told her, "Don't call me unless Diddy on the line." But this is your victim. Come on, man. I believe that lady. But then it goes up to who's the bigger victim? Who's the bigger celebrity? Now, if y'all were to pin Cassie against Kim, whose side you think the masses gonna pick? Because that's what it's all about. Who we like the most. How we feel. It ain't never about nothing other than who we like the most and how we feel. Now, if it came out to be true that Cassie gave Kim Porter a hard time, do you still look at Cassie like the victim that she is? This is a genuine question. Because see, she's only the most optimal victim now because there's nobody else for her to be compared to. But if you put Cassie up against Kim and we find out that it is true that Cassie was horrible and nasty and mean to Kim, then does that still make Cassie a victim? This is a genuine question. Because everybody who commits crime suffers or has suffered from some sort of trauma. If that was the case, then we should forgive everybody. We shouldn't have nobody in jail. If that was the case, we shouldn't even own jails. We shouldn't have them. They shouldn't exist because we can go back to every single person who got in trouble and find some trauma. We can do it. Every single person we can go back and find trauma from. How do you pick and choose who get to go back on their trauma? This is a genuine question. How do you pick and choose who gets to go back on their trauma? How do you know? Because in this situation, I would be very curious to see what the masses would decide. If it came out, let's just say a situation came out where it came out to be fact that Cassie gave Kim a hard time, drove that lady up the wall. Kim couldn't stand her. They had a fight. Ooh, if that ever was to come out, I would love to see how all these Cassie sympathizers, what they would say. Would they go against Kim? Probably. You know why? Because Kim ain't in the algorithm today. Cassie's in the algorithm, and the algorithm tells them what to do. So I think right now, if it came out like that, they'll go off on Kim. Done seen them do it. They would drag Kim from here to Timbuktu if right now somebody pinned Cassie up against Kim right now. Facts. Argue with your mom. The collective would drag Kim behind Cassie right now because she's the popular victim, because that's what this is all about. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but I believe the friend. The friend said both of them trash. The friend said Cassie trash and Jane Doe. And don't let this part go over your head what she said about Jane Doe. She said the kids didn't even want Jane Doe around no more, and Jane Doe got mad. The churn didn't even like Jane Doe. The churn didn't even like Jane Doe. But if we really start to peel back the layers of this case, y'all don't really want to accept the fact that it's a lot of bull crap and malarkey going on in this. A lot of bull crap and malarkey. A lot of it. Now, all of a sudden, all of these celebrities started speaking out. And I am of confusion because I was there, and I swear to God, I literally did not see one. Nope, I saw about 2 or 3. I can count on my hand the celebrities who spoke out on behalf of Diddy. I can literally count them out, and I will count them out to you right now. Boosie, Stevie J, who else? Other than his kids, who else? Kanye, but he came later. I'm not going to hold you. I feel like Kanye using Diddy. I feel like Kanye trying to attach himself because he next. But we going to give it to Kanye. Kanye, who else? I think you can literally count on one hand who all was helping up for Diddy. Ray J, I ain't going to lie. Ray J was kind of giving like backhanded support. I don't know about Ray J. Because Ray J was over there talking about Diddy ain't do nothing wrong, but then he was also over there talking about niggas getting their booties taken and all that stuff. So I don't know. Ray J be on that Ray J different. I don't know. But either way, nobody ain't had nothing to say. It was like 3 people you can count on that had his back. Now all of a sudden, here they come. Out of the blue. They just fall out of the sky. But people are fickle and people are fake. And let this be a lesson to y'all. This ain't just about Diddy. This is not just about Diddy. Diddy is only the first person, right? Let this be a lesson to you. As long as you have something that people can capitalize off of, they will always be around you. But the moment the masses is against you, you are on an island by yourself. Let that really be a lesson to everybody out here. Okay? Now, I'm going to bring up the first celebrity and tell you why I have a problem with him. Aubrey O'Day. Let me tell you why I have a problem with Aubrey O'Day opening her dick suckers. Aubrey O'Day, bitch, they asked you to testify. You swore you would do anything but it because you said you don't need to testify. You've been going out here telling everybody all this for all these years. Your story is out there. Diddy's a monster. Woo, woo, woo. You have been living comfortable and good this whole time, but now all of a sudden you're afraid for your safety. If Diddy wanted to come snatch you up, he would have snatched you up in 2005. Why are you here in 2025 talking about how you scared of Diddy? Do you see the play? Mind you, she could have testified. Literally, I don't want anything to do with this. I don't have anything to do with this. But here you go, the first person writing the whole book about how you scared. Y'all don't see the play. And Diddy, this good for your ass. Hey, them chickens coming home to roost, huh, Diddy? All them folks turning their back on you and turning up against you. Diddy, this good for your duck ass. I hope you enjoying it. I hope you enjoying every second of it, you stupid ass nigga. Okay? So let's get into what Aubrey has to say. After the verdict, she issues a statement and calls the decision dishonest and dangerous and says her heart is with Cassie. Girl, Cassie got $30 million. She don't need your heart. Quiet as it's kept. All y'all hoes, my heart with Cassie. My heart with Cassie. You think when Cassie pull out her billfold, she worried about y'all hoes' heart? Y'all is different. Moving on. Girl, anyway, let's get into what Aubrey had to say. The cultural weight of this statement or decision is immeasurable. It is heartbreaking to witness how many lives have been impacted by their experiences with Sean Combs, only for those stories to fall short on the eyes of the jury. I can only hope these jurors have to watch someone they love endure, or don't have to watch someone they love endure what so many survivors have described. And this is the gaslighting. So because those jurors were fair and only went with the evidence, now you want to make them feel bad and, oh, I hope this never happens to you. And mind you, all these hoes got money. All these hoes done been to celebrity parties. All these hoes done been lit. And these are poor, regular, working class people. Now you want to make it seem like they wrong because they don't agree that Cassie was out there getting fucked like she ugly on purpose? This the part I be talking about. This is the part I be talking about. So now Cassie's the perpetual victim. We already know that. My heart is with Cassie, a woman who could have had a life and career free of fear and control. A woman who told her truth in a courtroom only to have the world dissect her credibility instead of her courage. Let's be clear. The courtroom operates by the law, but that does not mean it delivers justice. Nor is it the best place to develop the moral compass this world so urgently needs. The pattern of behavior Sean Combs shown us over the decades is not a mystery. It is a warning. And now that a pattern risks being framed, it says, and now has been legitimized by the system. That wasn't Bonnie and Clyde. It was control, coercion, and abuse. And we have to stop rewriting history to excuse the behavior and start normalizing accountability, no matter how powerful the person. The narrative is not just dishonest, it is dangerous. Women nor men nor any artist are the property of those with those wealth, fame, and power. We are not disposable. 12 people on a jury will not be deciding that for us. So that's what Aubrey O'Day had to say. And let me just say this, Aubrey, you are full of shit. That whole industry is like that. That whole fucking industry is nasty, demonic, and disgusting. Don't let them put Diddy on trial and make it seem like the rest of them better. That hoe got all that plastic surgery and all that shit in her face. She probably be at other freak offs. I don't believe none of these hoes. And let me say this too. To the Black Americans talking about, oh, this is horrible for the culture, the rape culture, the culture. Bitch, hip-hop been glorifying rape culture since its inception. Are you insane? Don't get a moral compass now. It's just like baddies. We over here saying the most horrible, dangerous things. We got drill music, people unaliving each other, all these nasty, disgusting things. You got Sexy Red glorifying getting herpes and gonorrhea and chlamydia and all that shit, all the nasty, vile shit going on in hip hop. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, this is horrible. The culture in hip hop. Bitch, the culture ain't been good in hip hop since we found hip hop. Are y'all okay? But now this is where we draw the line here. Here is where we draw the line though. Here's where we draw the line. Cassie case. The racially ambiguous bitch who got $30 million for getting fucked for 10 years straight and beat up. $30 million. This is where we draw the line. That's what I be talking about. That's what I be talking about. Y'all don't want to draw the line at drill music. You don't want to draw the line at Sexy Red and the ratchet music. You don't want to draw the line at baddies. You don't want to draw all this shit, all this degrading, disgusting. You don't want to draw the line at the city girls. You don't want to draw the line at Cardi. You don't want to draw the line at getting flued out. You don't want to draw the line at being a slut dressed damn near butt naked everywhere you go, calling it culture. You don't want to draw the line there. We want to keep that. Bring more of that. but we want to draw the line at Cassie getting beat up in the elevator. Girl, make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's why I say nobody can make me feel no type of way about nothing. Period. Can't nobody make me feel no type of way about nothing, because as humans, we're all hypocrites. But I refuse to let somebody with blatant hypocrisy come to tell me that I'm wrong for feeling different. That's not right, bro. Hip hop has always been degrading. It's always been insulting. It's always been rape culture. And the women perpetuate it too. The women perpetuate it too. That's why they go get fined, butt shots, go be video vixens, hanging out. We all perpetuate it. Stop it with the fake moral compass. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We all do it. Aubrey is fake. If Aubrey really wanted to see Diddy down, she should have been trying to reach out to the prosecution and try to see how she can talk about what she saw and speak to his character and possibly become a character witness, and put him away for good. You don't get to sit home behind your new face and the comfort of your couch and get to come back and say all this shit when you could have done something about it. And this is the problem. When you don't deal with the actual system of an issue, it continues to repeat himself. Because guess what? Aubrey O'Day just gonna go Aubrey O'Day somewhere else. Cassie is just gonna go Cassie somewhere else. Jane Doe is just gonna go Jane Doe somewhere else. All these people are just gonna go take what they were doing here and do it somewhere else. And we will be right back here over and over and over and over because Diddy is the monster. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So now she the first one I want to get on. Aubrey, go lay. Please, shut up. Shut up. Now we got Nori.
But let me ask you another.
So Nori does this Breakfast Club interview. Now I told y'all all them fake ass people gonna start coming out. Oh yeah, well I already knew he wasn't false. I knew he wasn't guilty. I already knew. Of course you did. Boozy bitch said, didn't Jane Doe say Jay-Z was taken? No. Cassie said, where else I'ma go? Jay-Z taken. Cassie said that. Jane Doe ain't said it. Cassie said it, if I remember right. I think Cassie said that. Yeah, when after she got beat up that one time, and her friend Capricorn Clark was like, I think it was Capricorn, was like, girl, you need to lead this nigga. And she said, where else I'm gonna go? Jay-Z already taken. But they're victims, right? Where else I'ma go? Jay-Z already taken. That's what she said. So stop it. Miss me. Okay? Yeah, it was Cassie, not even Jane Doe. We would expect it from Jane Doe, but the victim Cassie, we wouldn't have expected that. You get it? Mm-hmm. But it says, Nori tries to explain the way the interview Diddy was saying freaky things to Fabulous. So y'all remember that interview? I can go show it to you. Y'all remember this interview?
Yeah.
Look at this interview.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, will you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No.
I like that.
I'll be practicing. I got okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over that one.
Make a
that
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs. God damn it, I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Yo, okay. So check this out.
Yeah, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
So y'all remember that video? So now Nori gets on the Breakfast Club.
But
and they talked about the verdict, and he said, I'm gonna just let y'all hear what Nori said, and then he's gonna also take up or try to take up for Diddy in that interview. Watch, but these celebrities gonna start crawling up out of there and watch.
Another quick slide.
Go ahead, let's go.
Diddy, guilty or not guilty?
Damn. You know what? I'm gonna leave
Quick
that in the
time slide.
air. You know what I mean? All I can say is when I've ever been around, but I've never saw it. You know, I've never saw this monster that they describe. When I hear the testimony, because I got ears and I got Q-tips, some of this shit I'll be like, whoa. And then some of it I'm like, nah. But
So this is my question, and this is just a genuine question to Nori and other celebrities who's speaking out. Why y'all wasn't saying all that when everybody was dragging Diddy, saying that he putting stuff in the baby Earl? Remember they were saying that he got horse tranquilizers. Where was Nori? Where were all these people who were saying? Why didn't they come out and speak to his character then? Because it probably would have helped him if y'all came out then and say, look, I don't know about all that. I ain't see all that. I done been around this man. Me and him ain't never. I didn't see no celebrity do none of that. But now here they come.
But let me ask you another quick slide.
Go ahead, let's go.
Diddy, guilty or not guilty?
Damn.
Hold on.
You know what? I'm gonna leave
Quick
that
time
in the
slide.
air. You know what I mean? All I can say is when I've ever been around.
Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
But let me ask you another quick slide.
Go ahead, let's go.
Diddy, guilty or not guilty?
Damn. You know what? I'm gonna leave
Quick
that
time
in the
slide.
air. You know what I mean? All I can say is when I've ever been around, but I've never saw it. You know, I've never saw this monster that they describe. When I hear the testimony, because I got ears and I got Q-tips, some of this shit I'll be like, whoa. And then some of it I'm like, nah. But I don't know.
But you've seen the freaky first hand.
No, I've never seen. I've really.
See, just I
We
told you
see
with it
the
like
interview
that.
every day, Nori.
What you say?
Oh, your
The interview
James
goes
interview.
viral every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
your interview, yeah.
When you look back at that, when you look back at that clip, you be like,
We saw the freaky
All right,
first.
you ready? You ready for this?
Yes.
All right. All right, y'all ready for this?
Yes.
I've been waiting to say this story.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Let's party.
oh
Let's
God,
go.
I feel like I'm back at court. It's a witness testimony.
Okay.
You want us to play it to refresh your memory?
No, I'm very refreshed. I see it every time it goes viral and they up tags. Yes, I look at it too, and I watch the whole shit too. So, all right, here's what happened. Me and Fab have a great relationship. Me and Jada has a great relationship. Drink chats, we're hot at the time. We got a budget to fly around. So they're in LA, we fly to LA. EFN misses his flight off. I forget what happens. Boom. Jada kissing them are on a promo run.
Mm-hmm.
I, like the creative person that I thought I was being, I messed up. But I thought I was being creative. I hit Puff. I was like, yo, they're doing a whole press run.
That was for the Fab and
Kiss album.
Yep.
They're doing a whole press run. What can make ours different?
But let me ask you another.
So wait, he's saying.
So
wait, before we get into that, so he's talking about and I gotta give commentary because the Breakfast Club be striking. But anyway, what he's saying is that he called Puff over because Fab and Jada Kiss was doing a project or whatever the case may be, and he thought he could call Puff and surprise whatever. But at the end of the day, that was the most uncomfortable interview, and literally all them niggas held their head down and didn't say nothing. These are the things to me that make Diddy a monster. When I saw that interview and saw how uncomfortable all them dudes was in that room, Nori included, I'm sitting here saying, like, you can tell who's the alpha male amongst these dudes. You can literally tell who's the alpha male, and I can show that to you before we get to the second slide.
Yeah, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, will you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you.
Look at these niggas' mannerisms while Diddy is in there talking to them like they bitches. You can tell who. I tell y'all this all the time. When they was talking that whole alpha male shit that they was talking about, I told y'all when a true alpha male comes in the room, not only do a woman understand it and she recognizes it off the cuff, men understand it as well. Men recognize alpha men all the time. They won't say it, just pay attention. You can, if you understand what a true alpha male is, you know him when you see him, you can sense his aura, and you can watch the people around him shrink like this when he walks through a room. Like him or not, in this setting, Diddy is the alpha male. And both of them niggas cowered in the down like, oh. And he over there playing them like some bitches. Why you don't want to come party with me? Then you say you was gonna come party with me. You used to like partying with me. Look me in my eyes. He playing with these niggas. You know how much power you gotta have to make 3 grown-ass men scared to look you in the face, my nigga? This is the monster, not that bullshit. I'm just trying to see something. That nigga was the alpha male that day, and every single one of them niggas knew it, and they know it now. They know it right now. And Diddy know it. And that's why he in trouble, duck ass. But they know it. But back to what he about to say about this dog on hook.
Come to the show. So he's like, all right, cool. It's Groovy Lou's birthday. We're going to go celebrate with y'all. Boom. Now, that part, you forget. That's why the candles was there. Right. It was Groovy Lou's birthday, who is a Rastafarian. The furthest thing from anything flagrant, right? Fab, Jadakiss, and Diddy arrive at the same time. Remember, Diddy's a surprise. So my friend Mr. Lee, who's Dominican, what's his slang? Daddy. Yo, Daddy. Yo, Daddy. That's how you talk in Dominicans, because they don't want to say Poppy. Poppy is a Puerto Rican thing. You understand what I'm saying? So he sees Diddy. He's like, yo, Daddy, you got to put you over here, Daddy, because we got, and we don't want them to see it. So Diddy got that in his head now. Daddy. Now he just keying Daddy. He think that's what we saying. No, it's not what we're saying. It's just what Mr. Lee is saying. That's it. Okay. That's it. So we walk over and he goes, yo, what's up, Daddy? Fucks the interview up immediately. Yes, it does. All right, cool. Puts us in a, but here's what y'all don't know. When he's saying to Fabulous, yo, why don't you party with me no more? Look at us in front of Fabulous. That's not Ciroc. Fabulous had a whole Coco Loso with Diddy. So when I'm inviting Diddy to co-host, he has a whole nother thing. He's coming at Fab. Why you not drinking Ciroc no more? Right. That's what he's saying. Why we don't party no more? And look, he's pointing at it. He's like, and Fab, if you look, Fab is almost trying to.
That man was disrespecting him as a man. I don't give a man. I'm not even a man, and I know I'm not even a man. And I know that the way Diddy was handling not only him, but specifically him. The way Diddy was handling you niggas in that interview, he lil-boyed all 3 of y'all niggas. Even more specifically, Fab. And that nigga just sat there with his head down. Oh, I do be wanting to party with you, Diddy. I do be partying. You gonna try to flip it like, oh, it was on some Ciroc, some brand stuff? Nah, my nigga, we all saw the interview. That nigga was playing on all y'all top. All 3 of y'all. That nigga played on all y'all top. Every single one of y'all, and you know it. We're not gonna flip this. We saw it. We was there.
Don't throw the vodka away because he's like, and you know, he had a deal. So that's really what that was about. Like, that's what come to the show. So he's like, all right, cool. It's good. You know,
hold on, Nori.
No,
there was more to that.
Let's go. I'm in.
He said, "I like it. I like it when you scramble, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping like that."
So where did that part come from?
No Dominicans was saying scrambling and scraping.
Hey, that part.
And let me say this too. Charlotte McGay and that little pale coochie over there. What's his name? DJ Envy. They have made it okay for men to joke about their masculinity being taken. They have made it okay and funny for men, black men in particular, to laugh and joke about real suspect stuff regarding a man's masculinity. They have made that okay. Okay? So when they asking, oh, well, what about when he said he was gonna woo, 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 and they're over there laughing and joking and kicking, real men don't do this. Real men don't talk like this. Real men ain't about to play with no man like this. The fact that Diddy played with these grown-ass men, and mind you, to us, these are supposed to be some hard niggas. Back in the day, before I know what I know now, I thought Jadakiss and Fab was some real hood niggas that really in the trenches still outside in these streets. Whole T, they lame too. But the nigga was literally habitually overstepping your masculinity line, the line for your masculinity. This man continued to step over that line over and over and over again, and y'all gonna laugh it off and joke it off like, oh, woo, woo, woo. Bullshit. Bullshit. Right now, what Nori is doing is saving face because, see, Nori is doing Drink Champs, right? Ain't Drink Champs some sort of affiliated with either Diddy or Rock Nation? Was it Diddy with Viacom or what? They got some relation going here with the Nori part. Where my New York? Get the heavy boo people in the chat. They know what I'm talking about. It's some sort of business tie between Nori, Revolt. There you go. Thank you. Just anticipate. It's some sort of business tie between Revolt and Diddy. Now, all these niggas see the coast is clear. We can come out here and say things that we probably would have got chewed up for a month ago. We can come out here and support this nigga, so we bite. That's what this is all about. That's all Nori is doing. That's all Nori is doing, trying to save his job and his relationship with Diddy. And if I was Diddy, I wouldn't fuck with none of these niggas.
I can't. I don't know, Daddy. I don't know. I was thrown off too. And you know what's the crazy thing about it? You know, I was sitting on the editing floor.
He was like, keep all that in.
I was like, fuck it. It's
hilarious.
I was like, fuck yeah, but that's that story.
Yeah, I mean the Diddy thing is interesting. Like I don't know whether he's guilty or not, but that interview was classic before that.
Yeah, it's classic.
Before any of this shit took off.
Absolutely.
I played it for him when he was hit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
We segueing into the Drink Champs interview when you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody. They made a compilation video of you because they said you were signing Real Suspect.
I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man. I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy, when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
And, you know.
Let me tell you something. Them niggas gay as two left shoes. I said what I said. Them niggas gay. But with that being said, all these folks is coming out of the woodworks, and it's just tiring. Nori's trying to save face because they do have the business relationship between Revolt. I know Revolt has his show Drink Champs and things of that nature, but watching straight men, especially straight black men, joke about their sexuality has always made me uncomfortable. It has always made me uncomfortable. And I used to hang with punks when I was in high school. Being around straight men joking about their sexuality has always, as a woman, it has always made me very uncomfortable. And it has always made me question men who do that. I ain't gonna lie. And as a woman, especially a black woman, when I seen that interview between Nori and Fab and Diddy and how he was Lil Boy and all them niggas, I already knew who was the one in charge in that room. You can tell. You can tell. But it's just like now all of a sudden everybody want to speak out. It's just so fake. It's just so fake. They had so many other people that came out. Who else that was I saw? Hold on. Somebody else had came out and said something. And you listen, be real clear. Now that Diddy has beat those charges, boo-cool people about to start coming out. Boo-cool people about to start coming out. You about to see celebrities all over the place. Now at the trial, and it's going to kind of almost, you know what, before we get to the mess behind the scenes, I want to also show y'all this video because some other guy, he noticed it too, that a lot of people are now all of a sudden coming out and, oh, now is the opportune time to come and tell your story. And, oh, well, now that Diddy's not going to go to jail, it's cool now because now we back cool. Watch. Look, the boy about to tell y'all right now. Let me, hold on. I ain't got 6 minutes for you, bro, but I will let you get off about a minute of it. Let's get into what this dude said. Look.
If his so-called industry friends come out posting pictures with him, posting videos, watch the commentary of many folks saying, I told y'all, nigga, look, woo woo. They just was hating on Diddy. You see, they could come out all of that afterwards. But during your trials and tribulations, during the time when the whole world is against you, notice the people that get away from you. Notice the people that won't stand side by side with you. I tell you this now, I've never been facing nothing that large of the allegation, you know what I'm saying? I've never been facing anything like that. But there have been things that people have thrown on my name, and there have been things that people have said about me, and there have been things that people will, you know, discuss in barbershops and the banter around their whole crew, right? And you see folks who will get far away from you. You know what I'm talking about? I went through some things when I was young in my career, getting banned from the radio. And there was individuals who I used to do songs for. I wrote hit records for people. I gave people anthem anthems. I did verses for folks. I did a lot of stuff for people, and they had all kind of records with me, right? But the radio told them, hey, Fab is banned. I seen fools take me off songs just so they could get radio play. I seen dudes take me out of their videos. I seen dudes get on these stages.
All right, he going off on a tangent, but he's right. This game industry is very political. And yes, there's a lot of things that happens behind the scenes politically that'll get you off your stuff. But the gist of his message is that a lot of people are starting to all of a sudden pour out this fake love for Diddy right after the trial. I showed y'all that yesterday. We talked about Tiny coming on here, talking about, people going on trial just because they freaky. Now you want to say something? Shut the fuck up. Then we had we just showed you Nori talking about, I didn't think he was guilty because I didn't see none of that. Of course you didn't see. Then we got I heard a couple of more people done came out. You're going to see slowly but surely. See, a lot of people gonna take their time and ease their way back into this thing. But a lot of people are gonna want to start to come out because it works for them. Now I can capitalize. Now I can make something. I can gain something from him again. I can gain something from him. So you're going to see that. But that's a lesson in people, a lesson that you should know, which is this. People don't care about nobody but themselves. Everything is transactional. Everything is transactional. Everything. I don't care if it's the love of your life and y'all have a mutual love. That mutual love is still transactional. However, when it comes to people like this, when you have to have a slew of people around you for a team and all these folks, and then watch them people turn on you, and then when shit don't go how they thought it was gonna go, now they want to come back. I can only imagine. I would never want to be in that position, but I can only imagine. Now, the mess and chaos behind the doggone scenes with the freak offs. Here go the baby oil party. More Earl. More Earl. That lady is definitely a crackhead. She's definitely either homeless and or a crackhead. You're not going to make me believe that she has a residence. But neither here nor there. It kicked off yesterday with the whole Diddy trial. We got the verdict back, not guilty on the big charges, but guilty on trafficking. We'll deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And he's dealing with trying to get out for bail. But the oil party started. Everybody started celebrating. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I was watching the trial, it seemed like most people were against Diddy. But now I don't know if all his fans just flew out once they, or came out once they said not guilty. I don't know. But it was a lot of people celebrating in the streets. But not only were they celebrating, the girls were fighting. Okay. So the girls were fighting in the streets because people are alleging that other content creators are lying to the public for content. Let's really be clear. The people we talking about is Tisa Tales and Ratchet TV, okay? Now, I've been watching. I went and watched all the angles. I didn't see Queen Amadaya's angle. I got to watch her angle. But I watched Tisa's angle, Armand's angle. I watched Ratchet's angle. And I watched some dude who had both of them on here. We about to show it. I watched some dude. He had both angles playing at the same time. And I was like, oh, snap, this is kind of dope. Let me share it with you. I'm about to show y'all this. Yeah, both angles, he had it projecting at the same time, which I thought was kind of dope because that's what we really need to see, okay? Now, I'm going to set this thing up for y'all so y'all can understand what's going on for the people in the bike who don't know what's going on. So, okay. Where do we start? Okay, Tisa Tales is a YouTuber. She got like hundreds of thousands, maybe. I don't know how many subscribers she have. I haven't went over to her channel in a while. But either way, Tisa Tales is a YouTuber, and she had been doing this Diddy thing for a while. Quick question, and anybody in the chat might could answer me. Somebody who possibly go over there by Tisa. I only met Tisa around the Diddy trial. Was Tisa on long before then? Like, how long has Tisa been on YouTube? Because I don't know. I found her when all the Diddy stuff started popping up. I don't know. But Tisa Tales. Oh, let me put it up. Let me get it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing too much. But either way, Tisa Tells is a YouTuber, and she has been like crazy in this Diddy stuff. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I want to say her platform is damn near all Diddy. And again, I haven't gone over there in a while, so please don't get me the line. But the last time I went around there, her platform was like Diddy. Okay, it was a lot of Diddy. So I will say she has a platform that I would think is kind of more geared toward the Diddy content. Okay, so cool, boom. Well, Tisa Tells, that's her right there. She, obviously being one of the people who has been following this Diddy trial and doing this Diddy stuff, showed up to the courthouse, which she should. She should show up to the courthouse if you've been doing this Diddy thing since the beginning. So she showed up to the courthouse. Shout out to Armand. He did his big one and popped his shit and said, yo, I was the first content creator, him and another one. He said, then everybody flooded. He's right. So shout out to Armand for that. But either way, Tisa is the content creator who has, kind of was doing a lot on this Diddy content. So we kind of expected to see her out there. Now, the problem was when Tisa got out there, a lot of people were noticing things. Some people were telling me that Tisa was getting people kicked out of the courtroom. I heard these are all rumors. None of this is true for a fact. I'm just telling you the stuff that people were coming back to tell me. People were saying that Tisa was getting people kicked out of the courthouse. People were saying Tisa was skipping lines, getting people in trouble. They say Tisa got this special treatment on a lot of stuff that other content creators didn't get. They also said Tisa basically was put on a, like she was separated from the rest of the content creators, if it makes sense. And as a content creator, if I were there and saw that Tisa was able to have a whole cartoned off section, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like, well, who she know? But the biggest thing people were saying about Tisa, about this whole thing, was they were saying that Tisa was lying. People were alleging that Tisa was lying about what she was reporting regarding the Diddy trial. Don't get me to lie because I didn't watch Tisa. I snuck in on about 2 minutes and got the hell on up out of there because it was very one-sided the way she was reporting it. So I dipped. However, people were saying that she was promising Ricos. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know if this is true. They're saying that she was promising her fans that they were going to definitely convict Diddy on this Rico. He's going to jail, all types of stuff. Now, Ratchet TV, who's another content creator, been on YouTube a while, he has also been following the Diddy case, and he's actually starch left. She's kind of like, no, she's starch left on the Diddy. He will be starch right. So he's polar opposite of what she thinks. He thinks Diddy is free. He didn't do anything. This is all a setup, a scheme, tie setup, woo, woo, woo. And basically, he feels like Tisa has been misleading hundreds of thousands of people every day, every time she go live and tell these lies about what's happening in the courtroom. Now, in Ratchet's defense, not only did Ratchet say this, but other people have said this as well, that they would all be sitting in the courtroom getting the exact same information. But when they would go back to YouTube and seeing these different people that were in the courtroom reporting information that they didn't hear, they were looking like, where did they get this? I've heard Mim say that. I've heard Armand say that. I've heard many content creators talk about being in the courtroom, everybody getting the same information. But for some odd reason, when we get back to YouTube, people got different information. Okay? So in Ratchet's defense, he's right for feeling like, yo, you lying to the people and I'm going to put you on blast. Because if you care about journalism or if you care about content and you care about what you tell people and you care about not lying to people, something like this will grind your gears. Because if I'm being completely honest, it grinds mine. And maybe I'm biased because of that, but it grinds my gears that I know that girl be lying down there and got 400,000 subscribers, but to each his own. Okay? Long story short, verdict is in. Ratchet feels like he needs to go get in front of Tisa's face and say, nanny boo boo, you were wrong. Not only that, he basically called her out and said, you had lied and told your people that this man was for sure getting a Rico. You said that you knew the people. You had backstage or behind the scenes input or people that you was getting this information from, okay? And this was according to Ratchet. Ratchet is saying you lied and told them people something that wasn't true and you did it on purpose and you be lying and I'm gonna call you out for it. So this is where we are. Now, Tisa, at the moment is cartoned off in a section right in front of the courthouse with security. Her husband or boyfriend, whoever he is, he bought the security. However, I still don't understand how she was able to get a whole section with barricaded off on a public property in front of a courthouse. That's just a question. 600,000. I'm sorry, 600,000 subscribers. You know, when it's so many more than you start the numbers all start looking the same. I ain't got that many subscribers. You feel what I'm saying? But either way. So, long story short, they getting into it. He cussing her out because he feeling like, who are you? How are you getting this stuff? Plus, on top of that, you lying. She feel like he just a hating ass nigga. I've heard things that people say that she's not even American. She don't live in America. That she's not black. That she might be mixed, racially ambiguous. People say she live overseas. People say she's just using American content to make money. People say she a fed. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. Okay? And we're here to discuss it. Now, this is where Ratchet is coming up to Tisa and he's calling her out. You guys, get the likes up on the video. And she's trying to keep herself together, but it's not working. Check it out.
Persecution to tell lies.
Niggas is mad.
Well, let me back up.
She gotta
They can be
stand on 10.
transported.
She
They
gotta
can
hear
be
this. She
beaten.
gotta hear it.
And nothing,
She
as
needs
long as the
telling lies.
co-conspirator would have done a lot. But again, Mark
Let's go.
Agnifilo took that away. Okay?
Tisa telling lies.
Listen, again,
I
it
said
is what it
Ratchet
is.
TV said it.
Again, this is a watershed
Let these
moment.
motherfuckers lie to
Okay?
y'all. Now y'all
It
got
is a
me pissed off out here.
watershed moment. Again, it is a watershed moment. Again, what are you doing? It is a watershed
y'all thought I wasn't
moment.
gonna
You
do
guys, listen.
Y'all thought I
All I
wasn't
can
gonna do
say is this, okay? All I can say
y'all
is
just
this.
missed it.
Again,
Y'all just
people
missed
want
it.
to
I
talk
just
about
called her ass
controlling the
out right there
media,
on live.
okay?
I'm
When I
just
say
gonna call her
watershed
ass out.
moment, I don't mean that
Yeah.
good. I mean that it's a watershed
she's a
moment
liar.
and a wake-up call
She's
for the
a
type
liar.
of country
You
we
lied.
live in, for the type of thoughts
You lied
that
to
are in
everybody.
people's
You're a
minds from
fucking
40
liar.
to 71
Telling the
years old,
truth.
and the fact that they will actually do that.
off of
I
lies.
will say this, okay?
And
I
you just
will
missed
say
it. I
this.
just called her out.
This is not
Yeah,
over,
right
and we
now,
need to
we're
move
gonna
forward. I get all the flunkies of Diddy are happy their idol, who wouldn't even spit on them, is out. Because
do it
this is the
again.
type of lifestyle they
I'll
idolize.
do it
A
again.
world where women can be
She gotta
drugged, they can be
stand on 10. She
transported, they
gotta
can
hear
be
this. She
beaten,
gotta hear it.
and nothing,
She
as
needs
long
to
as you
feel
have
this
enough
shit.
money
She gotta
and
feel it.
power, the
Yeah.
respect that brings
gotta feel
will
it.
guarantee
She
that
gotta
you
feel
will
this
never
shit.
get
Tisa
anything
gotta feel
again.
this.
Again,
You lied
this
to
is
everybody.
a circus, and this
You
is
lied to
America.
everybody.
This is the world we live in. A
Shame,
woman's body
shame you.
means nothing.
I rebuke you,
Bruises
devil.
mean nothing.
So, for people asking how is it that she lied when she was just giving her opinion, according to what I'm hearing, I don't know this to be a fact, but according to what I'm hearing, the people were saying that she wasn't just presenting her case or presenting the case as if it was in her opinion. She was literally, according, this is all allegedly, they said that she was saying that she knows for a fact she's got, like, you know, firsthand account from this person, like she got the hookup. That's what they said. I didn't say it. This is what they said. Okay. So that's for people who are wondering how could they say she lying when she just giving her opinion. Okay.
You lied on all
SA
these black
mean
men.
nothing.
You
Okay.
lied on the
And
black
now
man.
we have a thing, a black
You
man
lied
coming,
on a black
trying to
man
do. You guys
for your
listen.
platform to
I
gain
will
more followers
actually
and money.
say something, right?
You lied to
At
your
the
whole
end of the day,
platform
these were
to
federal
gain
charges.
money.
And the
You
fact
lied
that
to
people
everybody
think that
to
federal
gain
charges
money.
do not have anything,
Are you gonna
and they
give your
don't
subscribers
fit
their money back for the
about-
lies you told? Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you
Broke
told?
niggas is mad. So anyway, listen.
You're the
at
mad
the
one.
End of the day,
Do you see from his angle? Look at how Tisa is cordoned off over there. And I'm just saying, as a content creator, screw this. But if I was a content creator and I walked by, I'd be like, bitch, who Tisa know? How'd she get that? Because I know an average content creator can't. First of all, it's public property. You can't, you know what I mean? But I damn sure would be wondering who she know. So I'm just saying, as a content creator, I would definitely be asking.
Broke? Me
of
broke?
the day,
You think
right?
I'm broke?
At
I got
the
more
end
money
of the
than you.
day, excuse me, can you?
Now they not
move
gonna
him
touch
away,
me.
please?
You motherfuckers better not
So
put a
at
finger
the
on me up in
end
this
of the day,
motherfucker.
right?
You ain't gonna put a
At
finger
the
on me. I'm
end
not
of
touching
the
nobody.
day, right?
I'm not in harm of
At
nobody. I'm not
the
even
end
within
of
6
the
feet
day,
of you.
right?
You're a
We
liar.
will listen.
You are a liar, Tisa.
At the end of the day,
you are a liar,
we
Tisa.
have done what we
Tisa
can.
tells
This
is a
shows
liar.
that these
She lied
people
to
care
everybody.
more
And
about,
she's
right?
she's working
We
for the
have shown
prosecution. And she was paid for by the prosecution. She's a federal informant,
Y'all,
and she
I
was
work for
paid
the
by the
feds.
prosecution to tell lies on social media. That's why they got a special little spot
So,
for her
listen,
right here in front of the
What's
court
been
building.
actually
'cause she's a
happening is
fucking
I'm
liar.
glad I'm turning into the story, honey.
Tisa telling
I'm
lies.
glad.
Tisa telling lies.
Okay, so listen. At the end of the day,
You don't want to say
there
weeks for
are
8 weeks.
listen.
We don't give a damn
These
about that.
people are
You
sitting
don't
here
want to say
in
goddamn
the
week for 8
struggle,
weeks. We don't care
mad
about that
that
shit.
Diddy doesn't even know they
You want to
exist.
say dry ass wig.
They want it. I get it. But mad that they don't have.
Calling me
listen,
broke. You
they
gained
are mad.
your
They're
momentum
mad.
off the
They're
Diddy
mad.
case and the lies
They
you told.
are mad.
You
Listen,
gained your
at
momentum
the end
off
of the
the
day,
lies you
the
told on P.
prosecution
Diddy.
is showing
Now go
what
back
it
and
is.
apologize
And now
to her
they are
family for
saying
lying.
that I should be the story because
And
I
Quilla
actually
Robinson.
went to the prosecution.
She hates black people.
Because
She don't
at
like black
the
people.
end of the day, they are mad
No,
that
she
I
date
went
white
with what
boys.
the
No, she do.
prosecution could
No,
say,
no offense
that
to
I
nobody
did
white.
what the
No offense.
prosecution would say, and they're
She's a
mad.
liar.
There's all these bottom
She's a
feeders that
liar.
literally are trying to get
Tell your
money off
subscribers
their
how you
kids,
lied.
but they cannot,
tell your
right?
subscribers how you lied to
Listen,
them.
at the end of the day, these people
Please,
need to be
and
worrying
thank you.
about whether Diddy's going to get
Tell your
time
subscribers how
and
much
not
you lied
yelling
to
at
them.
me. I get it that I'm the
You gonna
story.
lose
I
your whole
know they
platform
need
without
me
them
for
lies.
the views. I know they need
She
me for
gonna
the
lose her
content.
whole
I know they
platform,
need me
Mama.
for those pennies and those money.
Whole platform
And I
gone off them
know that
damn
they
lies
are
you
the
told.
type of men that feel very comfortable trying to harass and bully and intimidate
No, we ain't
women.
harassing no
At
women. You
the
the
end
woman who
of
was
the
up
day,
here doing all
this
that
is the
goddamn
type
lying.
of people they
You gotta be
are.
held accountable
They
like Cassie
want
just
to
got held
bully
accountable
women.
for the lies
They
she
want
told.
the quiet women.
You ain't
And
no
there's a bunch
different
of
from Cassie.
dusty, ugly, male-identified women
You ain't no
also
different
riding
from
on
Cassie.
them. At the end of the day,
You
this
another
is the world we
Cassie
live
Ventura.
in. And I'm glad. Thank you for my baby for paying for
I
security.
had to do it, Armand.
Thank you for my baby for keeping me
I had to
protected.
do it, brother.
Baby, I love you, and I will
It was
see you
easy. Now, if a
soon.
nigga was out
Okay?
here doing all
But
that
at
lying,
the
I'd
end
be
of
doing
the
the
day,
same
these
thing
are
to
Diddy
him.
supporters.
Who
Grown
else is lying?
men
Point me in the
rolling
direction of
up
another
on
liar,
women,
and I'll do the
trying to
same thing.
intimidate them, trying to make
She's
me feel
sweating over there
scared,
because she knows she
trying
did all
to
that
make me
goddamn
feel
lying. Gonna call
because
me
they're
broke.
mad
I
that
got
the
more money in my
federal
bank account than
government
you. Stop
looked at
playing with me.
behavior and said it's no. They are
She
hoping
made her
that
money
maybe they
in
can
8
get like a few things. There's a bunch of dusty,
She
ugly,
making a bunch. You see 'em up there,
men-identified
too.
women mad that
I ain't
patriarchy
broke.
didn't work for them
Shit.
that are riding
Broke.
along with them. I
Hey,
get
Chat,
it. This is
drop
the
them
world
super
that
chats
we
to show her
live
how
in.
broke I am.
They're mad. A federal
Drop the super
government
chats to show her how
bought
broke I
federal
am.
government bought.
With her
Listen,
lying ass.
federal government
With
bought
your
up
lying
things,
ass.
and this.
You a
He is
motherfucking
crashing
liar,
out.
Tisha.
He's crashing out. He's crashing
Ratchet
out,
TV,
and I
the
love
hood
to sing
journey.
it. He is crashing.
Ratchet
Whoever it
TV.
is, he is crashing out.
You a
Meanwhile,
motherfucking liar,
the man that he
Tisha.
rolled out for don't know him, won't shake his
Apologize
hand,
to P. Diddy
but he
family.
wants at the end of the day.
Apologize.
And
That's
any
all we
game,
want is an apology.
listen, at the end of the day,
For lying
right,
on P.
at
Diddy?
the end of the day,
Where's the
it
RICO
is
you
what it
promised?
talks
I thought you
about.
had
And I get
inside
it.
information
And
from
it's
the
sad
court.
that these band of married men are
Where's
doing
the
this.
inside information?
You guys,
She
let's
lied.
get back into this,
She
okay?
said am I lying?
So anyway,
Am I
Mark
making it up?
Agnifilio, listen, I will
Am I
say
making
this
it up?
one time. The jury got it
She
wrong.
said she had
And
all
the
this
jury
inside
enabled this
information. She
behavior.
lied. She's a
This
liar.
is what the jury enabled.
Look at that
These are the
dry-ass
people
wig
that
on.
support
What
Diddy.
you been wearing for the
This
last
is the
8
type
weeks?
of
Come
thing
on,
that
I'm
they
broke.
want
Go get a
actually
new goddamn
done.
wig.
Grown men and men
Don't call me
crashing
broke.
out.
Who the fuck you
Emotional
talking
over
to?
someone that doesn't even know
I'm going
they
off on
exist.
Tisa.
Grown men fighting for the
She's a
fact that
fucking
they should be
liar.
able to abuse,
And they gonna tell her
bully,
security. Get
yell.
somebody to handle
This
them.
is the
Bitch,
world they
I
want
want
to
them to put
live
their
in.
goddamn hands on me.
This is the world they want to live in. And now they're crashing out, screaming, voices cracking because
Put
they're
their
mad
goddamn
that
hands on
security
my-
is making
remove
it
him.
impossible for them
Girl, you
to
are
even
not that
touch me
important.
or get over to it.
She's a
Anyway, you
federal
guys,
informant.
let's get back into
She's
this.
a YouTuber that's working for the
Let's
feds.
get back into it.
She's a
And
YouTuber
they're
working
mad.
for the
They're
federal
mad.
government
They're mad.
and
But
paid
this
by
is
the
what they want.
prosecution.
Okay, so Mark
Paid by the
Agnifilio
prosecution.
stood up and said that he thinks that Diddy should be
Paid
able
by
to
the
be released
prosecution.
and go
She's
home
been paid.
All right, I had enough. All right, I had enough. All right, so there you go. I'll drop the link for the video so y'all can see it yourself if you want to watch it. I'll drop the link for the video. But okay, this is the thing. This is a very complex situation. And if I got to be honest, Ratchet, you are never going to win. You are a man. A man attacking a woman in any capacity, you will never win. I don't care if you're 100% right. It looks bad. You will never win. I get what he's, as a content creator, taking sex off the table, I understand it. But as a woman, you're not going to win, bro. Going up and harassing the girl and, oh, she a liar. It's cool. But the way that you stood, that it was overkill. It was too much. It was too much. It was too much. You could have just said your little 1-2 yin yin. Yes, that was lovely tea. All you had to do was say your little 1-2 yin yin and move around. Okay. But you would never win that situation because as a man, going against a woman. People gonna always take, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why you did it to that capacity, but everybody, hey, to each his own. I ain't gonna tell a man what he could do, but I'm just telling him that it looks bad and he will never win. He would never win. Period, point blank. But this, I don't think it has anything to do with personally Black men and Black women. Because as we can see, I heard a lot of that from Tisa. See, this is what they want. Black men and male identify. See how they take a situation that's between them two and make it a whole thing between all of us? And got the people in the chat thinking about it like, you know what? She's right. He is a Dusty. He is. You see what you do? You see how that quickly something between him and her turned out to be something that has to involve all of us. We ain't got nothing to do with Tisa and this nigga getting into it. But for some odd reason, here we all go. And now people start to read in the comments and listen to what both of them are saying, and they start thinking, you know what? You're right. That's a problem. I don't like that she kind of moved it to that to make it seem like a Black man versus Black woman thing, because that's not what it is. That's a Tisa versus Ratchet thing. That's between Tisa Tales and Ratchet TV. That don't have nothing to do with Black men and Black women. Okay? Period, point blank. Rather she lied or not, at the end of the day, people like being lied to. People like being lied to. Period. So if she lying, that's probably why she got 600,000 subscribers. People love being lied to. It makes them feel good. So if she's lying, then it all makes sense to me. People will defend the right to be lied to. People will literally defend the right to be lied to. They love it. I don't have no dog in the fight. Continue to get lied to if that's what you want. I don't care. I literally do not care. But my thing is, it's just like, as a journal, now I'm not no journalist. I ain't no damn journalist. As a content creator, it do mess with me that people be lying and y'all just be. It do mess with me, but I don't say I do say stuff, but I ain't gonna beat no dead horse. It is what it is. I ain't about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go up to no courthouse and see, Tisa telling lies. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it do bother me. It do bother me. But I knew that, and this is no shade. But I knew that when Tasha K straight up told the judge on the stand, yeah, I lied to him. I know. Yeah, I lied to him. That's what I do. They know I lied. Tasha ain't lose no subscribers. Y'all like being lied to. The fuck? So she lying. And, okay, that ain't the first time she lied. And I know that from my own personal situation. That ain't the first time she lied, but she probably is around that line. But people love being lied to. When you go on that girl video, she got hundreds of thousands of views on every video. So we can't be mad that people like being lied to. We just got to continue to allow the people to be lied to. But I do want to say this, though. I wish that it didn't happen because, like I said, on Ratchet's part, it's going to always look bad simply because you a man. It will never work out in your favor. It'll never look good in your favor as a man. It just won't. So I really wish he didn't do it like that, okay? However, I understand the passion. And I understand how he felt or how I think he felt. I understand that. But either way, it is what it is. It's all about the numbers, right? That's what this is all about, numbers. That's what this game is all about, numbers. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Numbers, that's what this is all about, numbers. If I lie to you, I can make a lot of, listen. Sometimes I kick my own self in the ass sometimes. Sometimes I be like, bitch, are you stupid? At some point, I be looking in the mirror asking me if I'm stupid, but I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all like being lied to. I ain't going to lie. Y'all love it. And I know if I get the line, I can get 1 million subscribers if I get the line. I know for a fact I can get 1 million subscribers if I get the line. If I get on here and get the line like these people be lying to y'all, I can get to 1 million subscribers in another year. 2 tops. Okay? So, you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's a jealousy thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if Tisa's minions are coming over here. Somebody said just jealous. What's up? Super jealous. Tisa did no one wrong, yet she's the one being chastised. Male-identified jealous women are the worry. Okay, so you want to be on the Summer Jam screen. So let's go grab you right quick. Hold on. What's his name? What's his name? Belle D Naughty 2 or Naughty 2. It's always somebody without a picture, but let's get her up here since she want to be on here. If I can find your comment. I'm looking. I can't find it, but you know what? It don't matter. I know who you are. Let me tell you something. Listen, I notice when people always talking about, when people throw out the word jealous first, it's typically because they know that whatever they're thinking is wrong. Jealous of what? Jealous of what? Because I have a difference of opinion and I don't side with your fave. Now I'm jealous of what? I just told you, if I wanted to make the money and the number she make, all I have to do is get on here and lie. What am I jealous of? I was about to say something. I'm not going to do it though. Jealous, please. I cannot stand when Black women feel like everybody got to think like them. I can't, and I also can't stand when Black women go to bat for other real FBA Black women behind questionable ones. I can't stand it. You bitches annoy me. You bitches annoy me to the most, to the highest of capacities. You don't even know if this bitch live in the States, but here you are. You must be jealous. Tisa got money. Tisa made $3,000 yesterday. You must be jealous. Bitch, I got more in my checking account than you got in your life, ho. Stop playing with me. But I don't even want to do that like that. Because, see, y'all be getting this YouTube shit fucked up. Y'all really get this YouTube shit fucked up. You can't tell me I'm jealous of Tisa because I could turn around and say you jealous of me because I know for a fact I got more in my checking than you got in your savings and your checking together. If we want to play big bank, take little bank. I know that for a fact, and I don't even know you, bitch. I know for a fact if I say put your checking and your savings and all your accounts up, put it next to my checking, not my savings. Put it next to my checking. I bet you I got more money than you. So now I can flip it and say, bitch, you must be jealous of me. You must be jealous of me. That's why you over here saying I'm jealous of Tisa. Because see, you jealous of me. I could literally do that. But it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just literally, I just don't agree with everything that she's saying. And she be lying. Tisa fucking lies. It's just the truth. And if you don't like it and you like being lied to, that's cool. But don't come over here and insult me because you don't like what I said. She be lying. She be lying. Like, I don't understand. She be lying. Fuck. If we gonna be honest. But y'all gonna get on here and be mad at me because, oh, she must be some male identified. Bitch, I don't even know Ratchet TV. I don't give a fuck about no Ratchet TV. And this is no shade to him. But I don't even know this man. I'm speaking to you guys as a content creator. This is not about Ratchet. This ain't even about Tisa. I'm speaking to you guys as a content creator the way it looks. And then here you go. You must be jealous. You must be jealous. For real. Ratchet do sound butthurt. No, listen, don't get me wrong. Ratchet do sound butthurt, and I don't like the way Ratchet did what he did. In my opinion, this is just me. In my opinion, Ratchet should not have done that. Like I said at the beginning, Ratchet, you will forever lose when it's you against a woman. I don't care. Even if you believe you 100% right, you will always lose when it is a man versus a woman. So personally, I don't think Ratchet should have did it, but he did. I don't control Ratchet. I ain't his mama. I ain't his daddy. I ain't his wife or his old lady. What the fuck you want me to do? You just jealous. You just jealous. You just jealous. This is crazy work. I don't understand. But anyway, either way, I think that it could have been handled better on both sides. And this is my ending to it. This is my ending to it. Ratchet shouldn't have called her out like that because it's never going to look good on your end, even though you feel like you're right. Ratchet, you shouldn't have did what you did. You're going to always take the L because people going to always look at it as a man attacking a woman. And she laid it on thick when she got on that camera and was saying, see, you guys, do you see what this Diddy trial is bringing us to? The Diddy trial has these men thinking that they can just come in and you just, and here go the comments, eating it up. Yup, black men don't like black women. Whole time it's about Diddy versus some hoes. You see how we all just move around and then to, oh, you jealous. No, bitch, you jealous. How about that? This is crazy. With that being said, I think that I wish that the drama didn't happen because, like I said, it started off rocky with the Denot stuff. Now we got the whole big content creators going back and forth. I wish that it didn't happen, but it did. And this is my takeaway. As long as Ratchet didn't put his hands on her, I think it wasn't a bad day for all parties. He did not put his hands on her. That's where we would have an issue. Okay? He did not put his hands on her. She was protected. It is what it is, okay? Now, as it pertains to these platforms, because I haven't been watching, if Tisa has been lying about a lot of this stuff with Diddy, I think Ratchet TV would be the last person she'd have to worry about. If she had been lying about things like y'all claim, because I didn't watch it, if she was lying, I'm pretty positive Diddy is going to be looking to recoup. I'm pretty positive Diddy's going to be looking to recoup. So that means Diddy's probably going to be handing out lawsuits to a few content creators as well. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my biggest worry if I were Tisha. Tisa, that's her name. If I were Tisa, like I said, if I said what they're saying that I said, then yes, I would be worried about that. If I lied the way they claim that I lied, okay? No, I do not watch Tisa Bell. No, I don't. And what of it? I do not watch Tisa. You want me to drop the link so you can come up? I don't watch her. I don't have to watch her to have an opinion, though, especially on an altercation behind content creators. Yeah, Ratchet was out of pocket. I said that. Listen. No. See, this is what we're not going to do. You're not going to come over here and try to make it seem like I have to scold him more than I'm scolding her or scold her more than I scold him. I said I didn't like what he did. I said what he did was wrong. I said that. I'm not going to say it no more. And if you feel like I'm saying the opposite, I don't care. I literally do not care. Both of them wrong. How about that? It was messy out there. But again, like I told you, this is why I'm glad I didn't go out there. But I don't have no aspirations for none of this shit because, yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, this is nasty and it's messy. I don't have no aspiration. Somebody say, what Lovely T do? What Lovely T do? Who said drop the link? I'll drop it. What Lovely T do? She isn't wrong though, LMAO. You go watch her. She live. She's 100% for righteousness, and that's why I rock with her. And I get you, Belle. And Belle, this is the thing. I get you, but I've watched her before. I just have a different perspective. That's all. And then y'all ain't got to go off on Belle. I understand what she's saying. What she's saying is just watch the girl before you have an opinion. And I will have to say I've tried to watch her. I haven't sat down and watched a whole bunch of her content. I'd be lying if I told you that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't watch her a whole bunch. But I did sit down and try to watch her. And she's just not my cup of tea. No. And that's another thing, Ebony. He didn't even call her out her name. Ratchet did not call a girl out her name. It was really more or less like an argument. Because he didn't call her out her name. He didn't call her out her name. You know what I mean? What? Y'all battling? I watch Boo Battle Review, but I don't like seeing people coming for another content creator who literally stands for women on the comments. That's what y'all. Okay. Yeah. Belle, baby love, to the girl Belle, I understand what you were saying. It's not that big of a deal. I don't watch Tisa. If you feel like she's the he woman of it all, then I'm here for it. But she do be lying. I'm just gonna be honest. And maybe you'll see it one day, maybe you won't. And this is not to tell you not to go watch her, because I think that you should. She's doing really well. She did a great job on the case. I heard she was on Nancy Grace. She did a great job. So I can't take that away from her. I talked about that yesterday. But she be lying. And I'm not gonna be apologetic about saying the truth. Tisa be lying. Period, point blank. With that being said, y'all, I'm about to get off. If you don't watch her, how you know she lying? I'm gonna say it one more time before I get off. One more time before I get off. I don't watch her on a daily basis, but I have watched her. As a content creator covering the same story she was covering when I watched her, I knew for a fact the video she did was a lie. The reason I knew it was a lie was because I was also, too, investigating said topic. Okay? So even though I don't watch Tisa every day, even though I don't watch Tisa every month, even though I don't watch Tisa once a year, I still have watched enough of her to know that sometimes she lies. That's it. That's all. That's just my experience. And I can't be wrong about that. That was my experience. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. I'll catch y'all later. I might come back later and do some more stuff. I don't know. Let me think about it. Either way, love y'all down to the ground. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.